Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are back in Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we finished, I think, the last of the DLC stories that I hadn't seen yet. So now we just need to finish the core campaign again. On that note, though, we did get a level up last time, so let's knock that out right now. Let's see, Exemplar. What do we got? Second tier archetype talent. Okay, let's see. Armor piercing. Alright, so this is one of those where I've already gotten like all the good stuff, so we're looking for anything kind of decent. Yeah, last time on Rogue Trader, yeah. First use of energy building combats one less. Operating an enemy takes more damage.
Hi Muck. Who's the Emperor's favorite good boy?
Me!
You are. Yes, you are the favorite good boy. You're such a good boy.
Yes, I am. Wag wag. Whenever the Cybermassive gains bonus from combat reflexes, if the Overseers and the 3 styles gain bonuses as well. Sorry, wounds. That's kind of cool. Sure, we'll just get that. Joint hunting. Let's see. Toughness, weapon skills, strength, agility. Maybe agility this time, just so you can go more often. Alright. This fella. Charge weapons, wounded beast. Adaptability. Adaptability is okay. Also, thank you, Zelqua. Appreciate that. For a single target ability used to bind ally, trying to get one extra one to that ally. Plus dodge. Devastating attack. Dismantle. Flash fire. Damage to targets have priority targets. What is priority target from? Heavy weapon attacks cost -1. Alright, we'll just use adaptability. That's okay. Alright, do that. Alright, Heinrichs. What's the life expectancy for a crew member? Oh, it's so high. So high. What do you mean? There's some people who have been working in the engine room for like 8 generations of their family. There are other engine rooms where, you know, replacements happen from time to time, but don't focus on that. Still mind. Deterioration. Edge of Fate. The first dodge of every enemy is -42% penalty. Sure, it's something. Even though it's not crazy useful, it's a little useful. Alright, Cassia. Open to the warp. Frozen faults. Under my protection. Isn't really getting used much. Frozen faults, fine. And let's see, willpower. Alright. J. What do we got for J? No heresy. No, that would screw up her skill checks, not getting that. Plus dodge. Whenever a familiar's ability is used on an ally for 1 round, the ally gains +5 bonus characteristics. It's gonna be key. I wonder if Medicae Signal counts for this, because Medicae Signal's hitting like almost the entire team every turn. I wonder if this would make it give all of them +5 stats. But if it doesn't, then I don't have anything that's going to trigger that. Self-learning algorithms. Ballistic skill. Okay. Kibellah. What do you got?
It is a day of darkness wreathed in dread. The vacant tears shred your mind instead. Pain comes skittering with a sharpened smile to dance upon your suffering all the while. They come, the chant begins. They come to devour all your sin. The throne is empty, a useless vow. Your choices condemn you even now.
Did you just go to ChatGPT and type in, "Give me something weird"? Thank you for the sub, Diavolar. I don't know how to respond to the rest of that. Invigorating screams? Sure. We're grasping at straws here at this point. Weapon skill. Alright. That's it for the crew members that are on the team. Alright. Let's see. Greetings, Rat Lord. Rat Lord? I don't even know if I should bother reading the rest of that. Calling me freaking Rat Lord. Okay. Let's see. Where's the next step? The forces besieging Euphrates II are divided and will remain that way as long as the commanders are at odds. The Lord Inquisitor wants the Rogue Trader to take charge of planning the upcoming planetary assault. And that was here, right? Yeah. So I need to putt over there. This is going to take a few jumps. Lord Captain, we have an urgent report from the servants of the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message on the House Orselio data slate, hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolytes of the Cult Mechanicus are performing the rites to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do? Display the message on the screen right now. The comm bead echoes with the furious clicking of Vigdis's augmented fingers. A few moments later, the vid screen of your cogitator shows the recording through a wall of static. Rogue Trader. Lady Navigator Elena, the one who staged an attempt to assassinate Cassia right in your palace, politely smiles at you from the vid screen. I had no doubt that your servants would find my trace. They are far cleverer than the ones employed by the great regent of House Orselio. She does not bother to hide the venomous disdain in her last few words. I feel extremely awkward that our first encounter took place under such unfortunate circumstances. Truth be told, I saw a worthy person behind the lofty title only after fate put me on the death's precipice. You hesitated to end my life, despite holding it in your hands. What did I put here? I spared her. Did I? Your noble deed gave me enough food for thought. Despite everything that transpired, I still believe we may become loyal allies to one another. I presume you already know that House Orselio will be holding a grand council in the depths of that accursed atlas very soon, and we cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. But if you convince this Lady Cassia to reject the atlas and break the centuries-old shackles binding our house, we could turn over a new page. Having said that, I will accept a different outcome. Should the child die, I am not going to shed any tears. I will accept any choice, Rogue Trader. My people have nothing to lose, but you could benefit from our friendship. There are mysterious shadows dancing in Lady Elena's eyes. There is an emerald among the stars of Martianus, my gift to you for sparing my life. Head through the storms and torrents, let writ and twice forward then. The vid recording cuts short and you hear the Voxmaster's voice in your comm bead. I am very sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omnissiah could no longer restrain the machine spirit's hunger. I hope you are able to see the vid message through to the end. Okay. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Sourback's voice is resonant. Mistress Kibellah has been apprehended by enforcers at the scene of a crime. Eyewitnesses saw her assault and kill the esteemed chirurgeon Majoris. She has confessed to the murder. What? The penalty for murdering a senior officer is death. However, given Mistress Kibellah's honorable service and her special status, I dare not proceed without your permission. She is incarcerated and awaiting your judgment. Let me know when you're ready to hear her case. Wait, Kibellah is tormented by a spiritual affliction. What? Back to the bridge. Okay, I guess there's more DLC stuff. I was wrong. Okay. Where is Sarbak? I need to tell Sarbak that I'm ready to do this. Jocasta. There she is. Bring Kibellah here. I want to know what drove her to murder. Let justice be done. I love how I go and sit in my big chair and slowly spin around. Just farming aura. Lord Captain, a murder has been committed on this ship. The victim is one lettered Forius Chirurgeon Majoris. The perpetrator was apprehended at the scene of the crime at noise, admitted her guilt, and did not resist arrest. Kibellah appears cold and apathetic. Her unblinking eyes stare vacantly, her expression odd. The Forius clan invoked a ship's tradition and summoned a requescator to testify on behalf of the deceased. The masked man bows stiffly and decorously. A requescator? Explain. Hang on a sec, I need water. Alright. When there is no one to speak for a deceased person in court, the representative is entitled to seek assistance from a member of the requescator's guild. Their duty is to know and remember each and every person on the ship so they can defend the interests of the deceased and represent them in court. They study the victim's entire life history to gain the most detailed impression of their personality, deeds, and aspirations. The guild was founded by one of your distant ancestors, and to my knowledge, the requescators only exist on our glorious flagship. Why is a requescator speaking for the late Forius? Does the man not have family? The clan to which the deceased belong are wary of bringing accusations against the Lord Captain's companion, and the esteemed Lettard never made any courageous friends in his life, always having preferred his work to the company of others. How do you feel, Kibellah? I am fine. Kibellah turns her face toward you slightly. A whisper escapes her lips. This is just hollow ceremony. Pointless. Let us see just how well he knows the deceased. Tell me, Requescator, what did Forius like and dislike about his work? The masthead lowers and the man strokes his chin contemplatively. He was fascinated by diseases, injuries, pathogens, complications. The part he disliked was the patients. They would not let him concentrate on that which was killing them. Tell me about the circumstances of the murder. The eyewitness accounts didn't give us much. The deceased and the murderer had a brief conversation, following which Mistress Kibellah beheaded the Chirurgeon Majoris. The witnesses did not overhear any details of the conversation. Is it true you killed him, Kibellah? Yes. Neither the Chirurgeon's death nor her own impending punishment seems to trouble Kibellah. Her pensive dark gaze wanders around the bridge. It was me. Why did you do it? The heartless man enjoyed what he did. His work should have been a holy mission of service. The pain of thousands should have been a solemn sacrifice, yet he derived pleasure from it. It was repulsive. Your influence has made Kibellah adhere to the tenets of the web with greater vehemence. What actions of mine... Dude, what? I actually thought I was getting her to break away from that, because we were, like, in a relationship. The Undying One never whispered his name. I myself decided to sever his thread. I told you it would end like this, but why should anyone listen to little old Jay? She shakes her head sullenly. Her colors have changed. The scarlet and gold are drowning in the rage of muddled crimson, the misty blues of sorrow and the impenetrable greens of doubt. These shades are all in conflict, melding together in frenetic tapestry. She was never sane to begin with. Judging lunatics is a thankless duty. The more important thing to address is that her cult is guilty of having drilled the notion of chosenness into her head. The whole sect must answer for this incident. Let us hear from the victim's representative. The masked man's voice is unpleasantly creaky. The esteemed Lettard served this void ship in this dynasty for many years. He treated the sick and gained new knowledge as his trade commanded. He saved many, but he himself was not saved. He caused Mistress Kibellah no grievance, he never offended her, he merely answered her questions regarding his work, whereupon he was attacked. And so he has the right to demand a reckoning. The death of his murderer would be lawful and proportionate retribution. The heartless man did more than heal people, he maimed them too, tortured them, killed them slowly, and observed. Frowning, Kibellah adds, there was another like the heartless man, a Xenos from the Dark City who lorded over flesh and oversaw unholy resurrections. They were both touched by the same corruption, that of hubris. Consequence of you rescuing one of the 3 Kibellahs from the laboratory after she'd undergone profane experiments. So I wonder if I had not brought her to the Dark City, if this would happen. He treated the sick and he gained knowledge, the masked man jerks up haughtily. The boots of those who walk the path of wisdom leave bloodied footprints. It is a rule that existed long before the esteemed letter did. Whom specifically did Farius torture? Unimportant people, common people, doomed people. The Requescator shakes drops of imaginary blood from his hands with disgust. This was the esteemed letter's way of thinking. Does a doomed leper care whether the disease or the knife is causing them pain? Is the formula for a medicine that would cure distinguished officers not worth the lives of a few dozen commoners turned test subjects? With the knowledge he gained, he invented a multitude of balms, antidotes, and treatment methods that went on to save thousands of lives. When you were brought in and placed on his table, burned by the fire you had passed through, he saved you. The methods he used to keep your body alive had been tested on inhabitants of Loading Bay 8, as had the scar-removing techniques. Were their lives worth yours? The esteemed Leonard thought they were. His methods are revolting. His methods were efficient. Only one who has never lain upon an operating table would prefer a principled healer to a competent one. And yet I have. I have learned enough. We humbly await your verdict. Hold on a sec. Alright. I find Kibellah guilty, but she will receive a more lenient penalty than death. I cannot be put on trial. Kibellah's words are barely louder than a whisper, but everyone hears them. She raises her head, face deathly pale, as if she is asleep with her eyes open. None have the right to judge a spinner of death. She points at the masked man and smiles wryly. Her grim whisper is chilling. I'm going to kill you, too. No contradicting the Lord Captain, convict. The enforcer lays a firm hand on Kibellah's shoulder.
I will be your end.
Why did you let her keep her swords if she's on trial? Do not touch me. Her hissing whisper turns into a ferocious cry. Out of nowhere, a dagger appears in her grasp and flashes across the enforcer's hand. His bloodied fingers fall to the floor. Who is that? Is that one of the spinners? It is. The bridge is suddenly filled with a furious clamor until an old man's whisper cuts through the noise. Enough, my daughter. Though the vizier's eyes are sewn shut, one can still read the grief that permeates his wrinkled features. He whispers in a sorrowful voice, "You have strayed from the thread. You have doomed the tenets of the blood-spun web to oblivion. What a sorry end. For me, not for you. For I am compelled to usher my apprentice's soul to the other side before it is my own time to go." Wait, what are these objects? Kill the entire bloodspun web. Kill Kibellah. Why have you come here, Vizier? To take the one who no longer sees the tenets. To give her to him. She is dangerous. To pacify her forever, such is my duty, and so it must be. Did he whisper my name to you? I do not believe you, Mentor. I am loyal to him. You must have been confused and misread his signs. What is happening to her? She is not herself. The second spinner is in the throes of a spiritual ailment that we call doubt. This most terrible ailment, though harmless to layfolk, is deadly to us. For a doubtful spinner will stray from their destined thread and into bloodthirsty madness. Doubt brings them to the Undying One before their time. Our service is demanding. It requires clarity and a sense of purpose that she no longer possesses. Long have I sensed the seeds of anxiety in her, but I hoped her reason would prove stronger and prevail. Alas, now I see the mark of despondence on her. Alas, I know that I am not mistaken. There must be a way to help her. How would one heal the soul of another, Damen? She is fighting a losing battle inside her mind, one she is all but lost. We cannot enter her mind. We cannot reach out a hand to her. Although, you could. A thread binds the Damen and his shadow together. A rare thread. A shared thread. Will that connection be enough for your souls to enter into harmony? I mean, she's my top DPS, so... I must attempt to save her, at the very least. The Vizier turns his face toward Kibellah, who seems withdrawn, her spark snuffed out. He whispers, "Then seek a steward of souls, an artisan who will put you both in a psyker's trance, allowing your minds to become one. You have a chapel full of astropaths, Damen. One of them will surely do you that service. See that their guidance is strong, for inside her soul you will encounter monsters. A doubt-ridden mind is a dangerous place." Yo, that guard that got his fingers cut off, can we arrange to, like, pay for him to get some new fingers? I feel bad about that. Like, someone get that man some fingies. Hi, Tiger, what's up? Give him a slick Gatling gun arm.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Alright, talk to Zach, head of the Astropathic Choir. As you approach, the choir master's blindfold lights up with a bluish glow. Your lordship seldom comes here without a reason. How can I be of service to you today? How are your ghosts, Wise? The choir master looks away embarrassed. The mistakes of the past no longer haunt me, not in my dreams or in reality. But I still remember. I remember every single one of them. Can you put me in a trance with Kibellah? I need to get inside her mind. A synchronized trance is a complex telepathic practice. Things can go awry unless both participants trust each other and have a strong spiritual connection. However, I can sense that you do. I would be honored to be your guide during the ritual, Lord Captain, but remember, it is easy to get lost in another person's thoughts, and the fears of others house monsters. I am prepared for the risk. Put us in a trance. May the God Emperor aid you, Lord Captain. Okay. A shackled mind cannot comprehend the wisdom contained herein. Therefore repeat, he is death. Release your breath with each word. Cleanse your thoughts, he is death. Truth lies in death. Free your soul from the body's cage. Become nothing, he is death. Now that your heartbeat is a perfect line and your vision is shrouded in dusk, you have almost reached a state of purity and balance. Heed. No human will see death before their time. That is the delusion of the living. Heed. To which we say, a strong spirit can travel there and make the journey back. Heed the tale of the great Damen, who descended into the kingdom of the dead to retrieve his shadow. He is death. Birth and death are one. We are snatched from a place of warmth and sent blood-covered into an unfamiliar world. Death is the same. The Damen, too, learned this as he opened his eyes and found himself on the lower decks, lying in a cold coffin. He beheld his ship drifting through nothingness, an adamantine giant's corpse, a skeleton moaning from the winds of entropy. A tempest of rust was gnawing at its plasteel bones and twisting its vein-like cables, while machine oil oozed down its bulkheads like lymph. Hang on a second. I love the music, but it's a bit loud. Let's try that. Okay. A tempest of rust was gnawing at its plasteel bones and twisting its vein-like cables, while machine oil oozed down its bulkheads like lymph. Had the Daman been alone, he would have lost his way inside the ship's mangled bowels, but a guide reached out a hand to him. The spirit of old Zachary had loyally followed the Daman to the other side. In the labyrinth of the hereafter, the piercing gaze of Venai Zachary discerned the thorny path to the halls of death. The loyal servant swore to protect his lord. Together the Daman and the Veni made their way up through the malformed frame of the ship. From the old catacombs of the lower decks, they traveled up into the fires of the ship's crematorium. Tongues of flame licked at them, yet they did not burn. Columns of the dead marched toward them to be turned to ash in the fire, and the Daman and the Veni walked toward the dead in turn. At the great gate of the crematorium, their path was blocked by the executioner, a sentinel made of metal spikes and coiling blades with roaring flame and pale, bleeding bodies writhing within. Such is a blade that has lost the strength of the tenants, a murderous monster no longer driven by faith but by dark desires. The Daman saw that a fight was inevitable, and athletics trusted in his nimbleness and tried to slip past the monster. Success. Blades whirled around like a hurricane, but the Daman slipped ghost-like between them. For bloodlust blinds the eye, and the Daman proved as much. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daman's hand. It was the God Emperor, and his first doubt was dispelled. He is death. Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Shoot. I don't know what the last thing said. I just succeeded a fellowship test. The lost child's tears were dried, and with a meek sigh she returned to nothingness. For mercy too can be a blade that brings peace. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daman's hand. It was the star, and the second doubt was dispelled. He is death. The old Veni led the Daman to the upper decks, and the Daman entered into the officers' chambers. A web of veins adorned the walls, entangling the precious trophies, and the statues were bound in intertwining sinews. And high upon a balcony, the dismembered judge wailed as he attempted to reassemble himself with his pale hands. But his movements merely tightened the tangle of the flesh, turning the chambers into a snare. Such is a blade tangled and trapped in misunderstood teachings. A hapless creature that does not know its place in the world. In order to continue on his journey, the Daman, demolition 100%, attacked the obstacle of flesh in his path, tearing it apart and destroying it. And the obstacle fell, and the judge was unbound, and no longer prevented from restoring himself. For when order has been defiled and corrupted, break it down and begin anew. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Daman's hand. It was the rogue traitor, and the third doubt was dispelled. He is death. The flagship's bridge was draped in skulls and webs. Oh shoot, look at that. I think that's supposed to be the God Emperor's throne. And pale souls of the dead flocked to the foot of the throne upon which sat the undying Emperor. The protector of mankind, may his praises be innumerable. Starlight shone coldly in the eyes of his skull, and the galaxy rested in his mighty hand. The Daman approached the throne and went down on one knee, offering a prayer to him. The Undying One heeded the words spoken to him and lowered his brow of bone, acknowledging that he had heard the prayer, as he had heard the Daman's other prayers before. Then the Undying One spoke, and these words are to be preserved in your heart as the greatest of prayers, for they sprang from a source that was and is the holiest of all things. I know you, Daman, I know your heart, and the fervent faith that dwells within it. I know your readiness to serve me, and I accept it. Your spirit has been weighed and found worthy. The Undying Emperor, may his praises be innumerable, said no more, and it was the Daman's turn to speak. And speak the Daman did, saying that he had come to find his shadow and rescue her. The skeletal fingers stirred, and the Daman's shadow loomed out of the darkness beside his throne. She was bound in black chains and asleep. The Undying One was silent. Now was the time to offer a payment, as death would give nothing away without payment in return. And the Daman promised the Undying One the life of any calling themselves an enemy of the Undying One. Those were true words, for he valued his chosen servants who accomplished incredible feats and brought him great trophies. The Daman was one of them by nature, and this was known by all. Then the Undying One leant over the Daman and drove a skeletal finger right into his heart. And he pulled at the scarlet thread of his soul, and the thread trembled, stretched to the limit. It was then that a revelation came to the Daemon. A life must be paid for a life, and a name was revealed to him, Noxxi Erebus. That was the life of the Undying One demanded as payment. And the Daemon... So you agree? Oh my god. The thing is, though, is this actually the God Emperor, or is this just a vision of him in her head? Okay, so... alright. Agree to pay the price. An oath of blood was sworn, and the chains fell from the Daemon's shadow. Yet she remained silent and motionless, for she saw no sense in leaving the halls of death. To which the Daemon told her... go for the relationship option. He had been waiting for her, had missed her, and had come to claim her and keep her. And the eyes of the Daemon's shadow opened, and she replied that she too had been waiting and had missed him, and that the Daemon should claim her and keep her. He is death. The Daemon and his shadow left the bridge of the Undying Emperor. May his praises be innumerable, and their path was strewn with his tarot cards. Among them, the Daemon saw the card of the Executioner, who carries out sentences and brings a violent end to that which he did not begin. Among them, the Daemon saw the card of the Lost Child, who is torn from her roots and her supports, but carries within her the still hidden seeds of a promise to recover them someday. Among them, the Daemon saw the card of the Judge, who weighs and separates guilt from innocence and passes verdict. And they descended into the lower bays, lay down in a stone coffin, and closed their eyes. And the Daemon heard the Undying Emperor's voice promising they would meet again and soon. And thereupon their journey ended. And so it was that the Daemon, having seen death before his due time, traveled there and back to bring us these tidings and wisdom. Be free of doubt as you walk along the threads of the blood-spun web. For those threads lead to him, as does all of existence. He is death. As the shock of another's mind, jumbled thoughts stops constricting your throat, you find yourself staring at Kibellah's pale face. It is settled into a strange expression. Daemon... Mukluk? I spoke to the Emperor. That was not the Emperor, Lord Captain. It was merely Mistress Kibellah's vision of him, a figment born of her imagination. Alas, none among my fellows are powerful enough to bring you the voice of the protector of mankind. Let's see. Are you well, Kibellah? Do you remember what happened? Have we met death? I remember stumbling. I remember my doubt in the truth of the tenets throwing me off my feet. I remember deciding to kill, and not because I had heard his whisper, but because I deemed it to be right. Death whispered my name, for a spinner without a thread is like a sky without stars. They should drown in their own soul's darkness. But you have reminded me of who I am, and that my shameful weakness must be extinguished. One sec. This Noxxi Erebus is the price, the payment the Undying One demands. The price of redemption. The price of freedom. Who is this person? Where are they from? I do not know. Help me find them, Daemon. Your factotum oversees archives that contain many names. Let him find the one that death has spoken, and I will pay the price that was set. For I feel that with all my essence, the death of Noxxi Erebus is the key, the answer to my questions. Can I thank Zach? Choirmaster Zachary Wise, a tall old man in a long green robe, stands motionless in front of the cogitator. The closer you approach, the clearer you can hear his continuous, unintelligible whisper. You're about to call his name when he falls silent sharply and turns toward you first. Lord Captain. A visit from the rogue trader is an honor for us. Like other astropaths in the chapel, the choirmaster's eyes are bandaged over with time-worn scrolls of sacred manuscripts. Nevertheless, you cannot shake the feeling that his otherworldly glowing gaze is studying you keenly. How can I be of use, your lordship? Lore Imperium succeeded. 28 experience. Sanctioning is a brutal procedure, one which robs every astropath of the gift of sight. But in return, they gain a new kind of vision that allows them to see what ordinary people cannot. The light emanating from beneath the bandages flickers with strange hues as the choirmaster clutches his temple. His expression shifts in a way that you are well familiar with. It is the look of one who has glimpsed the grim signs that evil has left upon your soul. Did my nightmares scald you? My apologies, your lordship. I sensed a strangeness in you, and my mind reached out of its own accord. I did not see much, but what I did see was enough. It grieves me to know that this mark weighs on you so. Trust me, I am well acquainted with the oppressive burden of doom. Alright. But goodbye. Okay. Right. Back out to the main section of the ship, and we managed to keep Kibellah from getting herself killed.
I am the rogue thread.
Been a lot of spoilers lately. We're all on guard. I'm interested in the Hogwarts game. Sad so many people spoiler stuff. I don't think it's intentional, but it's like people see me working on like a puzzle and they get really excited. And then sometimes they see the solution before I do and blurt it out. And then, you know, for me, that's frustrating because then I lose all the satisfaction of having solved the puzzle. And unfortunately, you know, with sometimes hundreds of people watching the stream, one person does that from time to time, and it adds up fast. So, like, I know, like, I do not believe it was done maliciously. Unfortunately, it still happened, like, 5-6 times this week. Let's see. Okay, we need to go here. The bridge again? Dude, every little hop. Cassia. Mukluk, how wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. As a reminder for the new bloods, this lady's emotions affect the people around her. So this is her emotion hitting me right now. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you're released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. Was there something you wish to tell me? I came to deliver good tidings. I have spoken with the house's navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in our midst, House Urselio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urac 5 and the resolution of the conflict at the Dargonis reception. Not all Urselios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the house's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze, and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I am going mad. For you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphone Urselio, the house's previous Novator. I have seen Tisiphone's experiments, the ones that involve the navigators from the Set Hala branch, where she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Sethalas helped Tisiphone create the Atlas, and then they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No, I know I can find the way to the Palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphone's journey from my visions. A real palace, not the psychophysical illusion to which the Urselio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know I know it with absolute certainty. I have been informed that House Urselio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now. Voices calling and cursing my name, and the more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become, and the louder the voices grow. The further my powers wane. I am certain that all of the house is experiencing the same, for all of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Urselio is doomed to perish in darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And for that reason, I believe it is hidden somewhere in my visions of Tisiphone. What makes you so sure you will find your way to the physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me in our warp travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tisiphone gathered the Sethalos, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on the planet, but it was there that the Sethalos sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Orselio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors have deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orselio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Mukluk, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me in Tisiphone's wake to the distant stars. I shall help you, Lady Cassia. She breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree even to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origins. I do not wish to see House Orselio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our past on my own. You are standing on the cusp of a great discovery for all of House Orselio. Inviting the Regent seems the sensible thing to do. I've already told you I do not wish to imperil the Orselio navigators further. It is possible that they will take on this terrible risk and follow us, listening to the echoes of my Atlas for guidance. And yet, I do hope that my subjects are not that senseless. No, Lord Captain, I must tread this path myself. Alright, so I vaguely remember going to some planet with her and learning some crazy truth about the Navigator Stone she has in her chest. Some, like, horrifying truth. I can't remember what it was. I do remember we went alone last time. So just to see something completely new. Persuasion. I'm using her persuasion on her right now. That's wild. Burdens ought to be shared with your loyal followers, not shouldered on your own. Cassia tiredly rubs her breastplate where it conceals the Atlas, and then nods. I will pass on the invitation to the Regent, but it would be unreasonable to hope that the incumbent leader will join this expedition. After the events of Dargonis, all of House Orselio trembles before you. I doubt my family will take the risk. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to the... Her ruby red eyes widen in astonishment. The Orselio prophecy system. Odd, that. Could it be that the historical records are lying, and Kaelin Orselio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the system from which Tisiphone embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow in her long-forgotten footsteps. Okay. Alright. Back to the bridge. Companion quest? Yeah, it's the... I guess you could say it leads to the finale of the Cassia companion quest line. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. The engine decks were okay, so we've seen this before, so for the sake of time, we'll just say okay. If the text is gray, it's a random event we've seen in the past. Same thing. Okay. Lower the difficulty of this to orange. Okay, so first off, because of the orange path, we're getting jumped by demons. I will go handle this, and that's fine. Yep. Muck, you're gonna try out the newly released Dawn of War game. Is that a Warhammer thing? Hold on a sec. Newly released. Hold on, I'm going to Steam. August 14th, 2025. Oh, this comes out in 2 hours. What the heck? Oh, is this the remaster? The original Dawn of War and its expansions, along with enhanced visuals, improved camera, and 64-bit platform support. Hell yes! Yo, yeah, I knew that they were making a remaster. I didn't know it was, like, so soon to come out. Yeah, so I have been told, okay, real quick, I have been recommended by y'all many times to play Dawn of War, and I got it when it was on like a really cheap sale. Like you could see I've got like this whole Dawn of War pack thing here. However, getting it to run on a modern day system is kind of a pain, and I just haven't wanted to wrestle with that. So I've just never gotten around to it. So if getting the remaster means it'll just run, you know, painlessly, yeah, yo, I'm hyped for that. I'd be happy to try that out at some point once we clear some of the current stuff. Cultist of Nurgle. Oh, that's up front, isn't it?
Oh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Okay. Give an action to Heinrichs. Regen everyone.
Lord Captain.
For warning everyone.
I'm not accustomed to being
Throw
ordered
down
around.
some buff areas.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't the... I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Do not dare ask.
Manifestation.
I shall not fail. As the tenants demand. The shadows will see it done. A dance of blades and shadows,
Splat!
as honor ordains.
That's why we wanted to keep her on the team.
You don't frighten me.
For the throne's glory. Naturally. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Alright, lots of buffs up.
Is that all you've got?
Kick this guy. Splat. Shoot that guy. Splat. Who else needs bullets? Wait, is he alive?
My instincts tell me to refuse.
I think that guy's alive.
So shall it be.
No? I guess not. I don't know why he's showing the hit point bar.
Like that. The wolf is on the hunt.
Okay. Where are the others? Oh, they're down there. Oh, there's one back there. Oh, freaking behind me. Okay. I had to turn the camera around.
Schemes within schemes.
Dog.
A genius at work.
Behold my artistry!
Alright, those two done.
A wicked reward.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid. Two are better than one. This battlefield air is good for my lungs. You've got a never across a Casbalican.
Nice.
What if
Ended the turn with the dog on standby, so it should go hit one more target. There it goes.
Stop hitting me, Ashmag.
Okay, we got 2 enemies remaining. We got the Plague Bearer there, and... someone else. I don't know who the other one is.
If I may, as duty demands.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Vengeance.
Curiosity. Sings
Alright, for
in
these
my
levels, if I just start to
veins.
leave the level, it should, yep, it should auto-loot everything. So just going to do that, and save time, go back to the bridge. Alright, chart new routes. Okay. So the War Council, this is for the thing that's like... the next part, big part of the story. Alright, so that's our goal, so we're gonna hit these other planets before we go there. The Rogue... The Rogue Trader's Void Ship is facing several Eldari scout ships. The Xenos are in no hurry to attack, and the time seems to have slowed down. One wrong move, and carnage will ensue. Flee, pay them, or attack. Attack! There can be no negotiations with Xenos. We negotiated with Xenos in the past, and it turned out terribly. We got tortured. Ensue? Yes, ensue. Ensue. Chaos will ensue.
Unleash our fury.
Not so slippery now. Set that one on fire.
Sail upon the seas of void.
Okay. Where's the sharper turn thing? Wait, I have no one in the Master Cannoneer spot. What the heck? Oh, I think it might be, like, Kibellah was there, and it removed her when we lost her, and then I have to, like, put her back. Ugh.
The destination is known. Engage the
Alright, there we go. Okay, one more enemy over there.
Unleash our fury. A celestial triumph.
Okay. Need to repair the hull and also get the Cannoneer person back in that spot. Post Master Cannoneer Kibellah. Yep, that's exactly what it was. We lost Kibellah briefly and then had to put her back. Plasteel. Nope, got tons of that. Hey everyone, miss yesterday, Mug. Everything went well, the doctor. Yep, everything's fine. Welcome back, Windshark. More plasteel, good lord. I will reiterate, give Noxxi another raise. That clips at me to the ER. First of all, I actually gave Noxxi a raise like a week ago. Or maybe a week or two. And then she gave me, right afterward, that video of the... you know, and I was like, are you serious? She's like, I was already working on this. And I was just like, okay, so this isn't like a thank you? Let me say, I'm feeling the gratitude. Vigdis. Lord Captain, the United Corps of the Explorators and the Militia Forces is ready to attack the heretics who took over Euphrates II. The commanders recognize the Lord Inquisitor's sanction and agree to cede the right of supreme command to you. They ask how you that you summon a council of war in order to establish the plan of attack. How shall we proceed? Summon them to the bridge. We will hold a council. Consider it done, your lordship. I will notify the commanders you're ready to meet with them. No good deed goes unpunished. Yep. Alright, so we got a person from the Adeptus Mechanicus, we got a person from the Space Marines. The leader, oh, it's Opticon. The leader of the Explorator warriors appears on the bridge, and the deck trembles beneath his metal gate. He has acquired a new set of fearsome armor since the two of you last met, and his mechadendrites are now fitted with more formidable weapons of destruction. Unit Opticon 22 initiating identification official greeting procedure, unlocking the option of strategic data exchange. The Emperor's Angel, who follows in his wake, is clad in armor the color of a tempestuous ocean. You hear his voice, throaty and brimming with untamed boldness and strength. Which one of you Huskarls is Mukluk von Valancius? I am Thorvald Ironhide, and I wish to see the mortal who has been granted the honor of leading my pack into battle. You are looking at Mukluk von Valancius, Thorvald Ironhide. Thorvald takes the measure of you and nods in satisfaction. I know the habits of a warrior when I see one. You're no indolent Hyoke. Good. I give my approval. We will hunt the baseborn heretics together. You have not changed, brother Thorvald. High-handed and brazen without measure, and you carry yourself on another's drecker like it is your own. The wolf bursts into booming laughter and bares his long fangs. Such is the breed of leaders, Ulfar. We stand out. 'Tis you, Everlost, who cannot find his way when the sun is right over his head. Another explosion of Thorvald's boisterous laughter drowns out Ulfar's stifled yet furious string of curses. So I watched a video just yesterday on YouTube. And it was like, this guy who's just like a diehard Warhammer fan or something was answering lots of hard-to-answer Warhammer questions that people sent in. And one of them said, one of the questions was, what's the deal with the Space Marines that turn into wolves? And he talked about that for a while, and I didn't know that was a thing. So this guy saying bears his long fangs makes me wonder if this is one of those people that's like going to turn into a wolf creature. Opticon 22, how did you go from overseeing logistics to commanding armies? This command promotion / hierarchy status update / was executed following the death, decommissioning, deconstruction of the ship Teeth of the Wrathgear. The fleet's war conclave was operating aboard that vessel. Unit Opticon 22 received premature rank promotion modernization to Magos Dominus based on the extensive catalog of recorded combat engagements. May your service benefit from the updated protocols that were bestowed upon you and the new analytical data that was entrusted to your elucidation. May the Omnissiah Guide operate this unit in his cause mission algorithm of service to him. Let us commence the War Council. What good is another war council with a cog priest who knows not the joys of battle, who cut off his parts and replaced them with augments to please his all-knowing master? He will propose again a cowardly plan unworthy of warriors, as he is the custom of his brethren. Registering a display of impertinence data insufficiency in regard to the military craft eradication methods of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Someone else is approaching. Are you having another fight, gentlemen? How predictable. A woman in heavy armor walks onto the bridge, cloaked in an air of superiority. You remember seeing her before in the retinue of Xavier Calcazar when he barged into your chambers after your Magnae Accessio. Thank you for not starting without me. Acolyte Ishara, dispatched by the Lord Inquisitor to facilitate the operation on Euphrates II. My role on this war council is that of an advisor. Heinrichs and Ishara exchange glances, but do not say a word. You cannot help but notice the furrow that forms on the interrogator's forehead at the sight of his colleague. So shall we begin our war council, or shall we wait for heretics to corrupt this planet completely? Ishara, why are you here? The Lord Inquisitor entrusted me with the task of forging an alliance between the assembled fleet and the forces of the Cognizance fleet. Once this task is complete, I am to act as an observer and a special operative. And what are your responsibilities as a special operative? I am afraid the Lord Inquisitor did not give me the authority to elaborate on this matter. There is no surprise in my heart. The Inquisition is, as always, too ashamed of its dark deeds to reveal them to honorable fighters. Thorvald makes a show of spitting on the floor. There will be no spitting on my ship. Do I make myself clear, esteemed Lord Thorvald? What is this? A show of character. Thorvald growls and locks his indignant gaze with yours. Fine. I will respect your wishes, warlord, but the bitter taste of suspicion burns in my mouth. With pointed contempt, he steps away from Ishara. Why did Calcazar choose you? I happen to have some experience with large-scale bloodshed. Rogue trader, that, and I never fail to deliver results. What troops can you spare to reinforce our army? The militia forces have already been transferred to Opticon 22. All I have left under my command is a tactical unit explicitly instructed to carry out the Lord Inquisitor's special assignments. I see. Now let us move on to discussing how we intend to kill the heretics. I require a full report on the situation at the front. Euphrates II is a forge world. Manufactorums and extractiums take up most of its surface. Upon corrupting them, disrupting their production algorithm, the heretics enhance their ranks with possessed mechanisms and false, defective, traitorous Skitari whose protocols were disfigured with indoctrinating scrap code. Our forces have secured minor footholds on the surface, but are unable to deliver an effective blow to the headquarters, operation center of the profaners of the Machine Cathedral at the heart of the Manufactorum Sigma S-13. According to available data, it is the current location of the arch-heretic termination target, the Dark Apostle Urlon the Cruel. We may outnumber the enemy, but ours is a poor warband. All it has is steel carrels of the Omnissiah and scantily trained serfs from across the expanse. While our foe is the detestable but nevertheless deadly putrid-hearted traitors from the ranks of the Word-Bearers, and their vessels protect the Machine Cathedral from orbit. Why have you still not commenced a planetary assault? There is a conflict, critical error, categorical lack of understanding of the imperatives of this operation within our chain of command. Unit Thorvald Ironhide is in favor of the strategy of mass destruction, which would constitute an unacceptable violation of the right of operation. Every square meter of the Manufactorums is sacred, of high productivity value. Which is why the Cog Priest is so intent on bickering and sabotaging our assault by refusing us forces and landing Drekkers. But Thorvald Ironhide won't fight on the terms of priests. If my battle plan is rejected, the Omnissiah's servants can retake the planet themselves. Maybe they think their lives mean nothing compared to their precious cathedrals, but a wolf knows what his life is worth. Opticon 22, I must say my curiosity is piqued. The explorators are hiding something on that planet, something you refuse to show to anyone and are now loath to destroy. What is it? The Tech Priest Vox creaks stubbornly. Request denied. The Omnissiah's mysteries procedures conducted on Euphrates II are to remain undisclosed according to the protocol vow of preservation of the hallowed from the profane. Then this is why on Fenris we have the priests follow the warriors and not the other way around. The priests never think about the battle ahead, only their tenets and taboos. But a wolf must think only of battle and his enemy's death, not about preserving cathedrals or counting the trophies that await him. Opticon 22, what do you propose our plan should be? Strategic analysis points toward a full-scale offensive as the optimal course of action. The losses among the troops / insignificant personnel / laity will be numerous, but will not exceed acceptable parameters. Replenishing such losses will be less arduous than repairing the damage that may otherwise come from the Manufactorums. Thorvald, what would you do if you were in command of this operation? I would rain down vengeful skies upon the enemy. I would plow the land of Euphrates II with shells, shatter the defenses, level the fortified towers, throw their host into disarray, and in that whirlwind of fury, I would lead my glorious pack to pave a path of blood for the cog carls. I have heard your opinions. Choose your strategy wisely. It is not every day you get to heed the advice of a seasoned warrior, one chosen by the Allfather himself to bring death to the foes of humanity. I shall now present to you the plan of our assault on Euphrates II. The first step is obvious. We eliminate the Machine Cathedral's orbital support, but what planetary assault strategy will you choose following the destruction of the enemy Void Fleet? Choose the middle ground between them. We will begin by bombarding the enemy's positions, then advance cautiously. We must conserve our troops. Your plan bores me. This is not the Space Wolves' way of war, but such cowardly strategies are the limit of the Omnissiah's cog curls, so you have my approval. My pack will do all that is asked of it and stand at the vanguard of the assault, until we meet on the field of battle, Mukluk. Thorvald looks at Ulfar with a smirk, and I say the same to you, Ulfar Everlost. 'Tis a pity your pack will not share in the glorious victory with us. Ulfar lets out a bestial grumble and says to you, that boastful Grizoff talks too much about my pack. He knows where my brothers are, I can smell it. Before we dive into the carnage, summon him to your ship and let me question him. I wish to know what he knows, while he still has not lost his blathering tongue to the heretics. Strategy confirmed as optimal. Updating Skitarii tactical programs. Transmitting this unit's general/blessing/authorization for offensive action. Okay, just again for the new bloods, I believe the Skitarii are... They're kind of like the fighting force of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It's similar to the Servitors, I believe. Like, it's people that have been kind of cyborged into fighting units. The Lord Inquisitor will be delighted at the news that some semblance of order was established in the command. Wish you luck, Rogue Trader. Okay. He said to summon that guy to the ship. How do I do that? Maybe I talk to Ulfar?
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
Why do you wish to meet with Thorvald?
If anyone knows where my pack brothers are now, he does. But it is not right to speak of such things within others' hearing. That is why I thought it better to keep silent at the War Council.
Inform Thorvald he is invited to board the ship.
I thank you, Et Fater.
Alright, that one's Thorvald. Thorvald does not come alone, but with a young brother in arms. With a mocking glance at Ulfar, he bellows, Thorvald Ironhide is here! Why have you summoned me, Rogue Trader? Speak to me. Ulfar's usual brash joviality has evaporated from his voice. Know you, Thorvald, whether the path of battle has led my pack, the baleful howl? You haven't lost your pack, have you ever lost? The young wolf's voice is strong and insolent, and richly melodic. He tilts his head in mocking concern, watching Ulfar's complexion change to match the violent shade of his hair. Why do you call Ulfar Everlost? You do not know. I am not surprised. Brother Ulfar does not care for the moniker. He has had it since his early years in the chapter. When Ulfar underwent his trial of the Cup of Wolfen, he took so much longer than others that the Rune Priest gave him up for lost. Later, he received grievous wounds and raids that sent him into stasis sleep for a long time. Anytime we would pay a visit to the Baleful Howl, we would ask, where is Brother Ulfar? And he was always resting. And recently, he went missing altogether, lost after an attack on Xenos. Thorvald grins mockingly, his long fangs glinting. And forget not to tell of the dire curse that of yore was laid upon the mighty Ulfar. A no good death for him is sated, only to one day be lost, bereft of honor and glory. Halbert declaims the lines so sonorously and powerfully that the bulkheads begin to vibrate. Quick pause. Mattyman says they are people that were cyborged into fighting units. Yes, that is what's different. They still have their brains working, so not servitors. They can, however, be remote controlled by high-ranking tech priests, so one dude can basically control a whole squad or even army of meat puppets like they were part of that tech priest. Okay, so that's what the Skitarii are. Mahuyo says, Muk, when do you think you will get to the beta next week, as it starts on Wednesday, not Tuesday? So next week, they are actually starting Twitch drops on Wednesday, so it would benefit me greatly to be streaming Guild Wars 2 on those days anyway. So yeah, we'll probably be playing the beta when the beta starts. Any who crosses path, let him regale and gladly that proud warrior Halbrand Blatherskeet, singer of rumors and fine tattler of tall tales, for he has glimpsed no worthy deeds in his short life. Do you know where Ulfar's pack is now? Feasting with the Allfather in the Hall of Heroes, I reckon, with Miod filling their horns to the brim as valor and loyalty did fill their hearts. Lies! Did you see their bodies? Which of the brothers will avow the truth of these words? Ironhide never lies. The young's wolf arm cuts through the air like an axe as he angrily points at Ulfar. And you, Everlost, watch your tongue unless you want my dagger to deliver a penance of eternal silence upon you. No, we did not see the bodies, but we heard their ranting and raving, which can only lead to the jaws of Morkai. I would like to know the details. In the battle in which you, Everlost, Arnulf, and Skadi were captured by the Xenos, the Baleful Howl took prisoners of their own. Under torture, the captive Xenos gave up the star coordinates of where they were to go next, some important meeting it seems. The place was far away, deep in the uncharted regions where the servants of the Allfather have never ventured, and your brothers decided to go there. No navigator would dare lead them to those dark places, so your brothers seized a trading boat and voyaged there without a helmsman. So you abandoned them to their grueling march? Ulfar's voice drops to a menacing rasp. Lower your hackles. I urge them not to throw away their lives in vain. Nothing but death could await them among those malevolent stars. We all came here to serve the Allfather and repay our blood debt, not to die for naught. Or have you forgotten that, Everlost? Ulfar, what will you do with this knowledge? I will not test our friendship, Eidveter. I know that if I call upon you to go with me in search of my pack, I will be taking you away from important battles and saving of your home. So I will go alone to seek my brothers, but I will not abandon you in your hour of need. I owe you. When we have defeated your enemies, I will leave you and follow the trail. That trail is bloody and has long since gone cold, Brother Ulfar. There's no need to add another body to its tally. As the leader of the Stormbiters, I call you to our pack. Be a brother to us now. Ulfar gives the peaceably smiling Thorvald a penetrating look, his face darkening and his voice dropping low to a bestial snarl. Have you lost your mind, Thorvald? Perhaps it is you who has lost his mind. You are daring to speak so insolently to Ironhide. Halbrand's insinuating tone is dripping with such menace that even the drawing of a sword could not have made his throat any clearer. His threat any clearer. Why do you want Ulfar to join your pack? He is our brother. He should not be left to wander the galaxy in the company of ordinary mortals or alone. Wolves are like sharp knives. We hone ourselves against each other, and without brothers, Ulfar will rust and grow dull. Be with us, Ulfar. We will take you in. Go to hell, Thorvald. They'll take you in there. What makes you so certain they are dead? When the baleful howl was setting off, we exchanged gifts, our pack runes. Every 10th watch, a priest cast the runes and saw what fate they revealed. 50 watches after the baleful howl left, the runes showed calamity. 60 watches after they left, death. Since then, the runes have been voiceless and their patterns hold no meaning. And that's it. The spirits deceive you. Your priest went a little soft in the head and forgot how to read his runes, and for that you give my pack up for dead. Cowards. The runes do not lie, Ulfar, you know this. I am sorry about your brothers, but their fate is clear. Ulfar, perhaps you should listen to him. And even if you remain deaf to my words, I will still not tell you where your brothers went. Respect your alpha, Ulfar. You are too quick to call yourself my leader, Thorvald. Go and bark commands at your pups. Who are you calling a pup, Everlost? Unlike your pathetic pack, we will soon go into battle and accomplish great deeds. But you, coward that you are, want to shirk your duty. Ulfar and Halbrandt's roars merge into a single word. Duel! If I yell stop soldiers, is that me talking to the two of them or to everybody else? I'm gonna say nothing and do not interfere. A harsh shout drowns out the two wolves who are ready to lunge at one another. Quiet, both of you! Have you forgotten where you are? Holmgang can only take place on solid ground, not on a boat. The void and the warp are treacherous and unfit to host a duel of the worthy. And secondly, I am your superior Ulfar, and so I am not asking but ordering you to back up your chest beating with deeds. If the baleful Howl Pack is alive, as you say, let it march with the Stormbiters in the assault on Euphrates II. Let it display the valor all the stories tell of. Will you stand alone for all your brothers, or have you gone soft? Awareness succeeded. The wolf's leader's tone may be threatening, but you notice a slight glint in his eye. Ulfar, on the other hand, is growling furiously, with no matching twinkle in his gaze. We'll see about that. I will prove that the Stormbiters will never be a match for the baleful Howl. Eight Veter, I must be at your side when you depart for the assault. Promise that you will grant me this honor. I promise, Ulfar, we will march into battle together. If you prove that your words carry more weight than a battle axe, I will tell you where your brothers went. If you fail, you will submit. Thorvald's lips curve into a superior smirk. Mug, I believe you played Borderlands 3. I played 1, 2, 3, and the pre-sequel. Will you play the 4th game? If there's more, yes. Tiger says, I wonder if Owlcat will ever have enough money for a publisher or so for a fully voiced game. Reading, I also like, but it gets exhausting how it can be. Yeah, I mean, like, when I play this on my own, I can do it much faster, because I can just read it in my head. But when I'm reading it to you guys, it definitely takes a bit out of me. They've got another Warhammer Owlcat game coming out. What is it? Something Heresy? That is going to be out in the... That's under development right now, so that one could be voice acted. Like, or more voice acted. Where's Kibellah? Over there.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit.
I wanted to see if she had anything new to say after that whole mess that we had a conversation of. Alright, so we've got a war plan between these two forces. The Rogue Trader's ship took its place at the center of the attack formation. The right flank was guarded by the sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the left consisted of the combined forces gathered by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Space Wolves. The enemy deployed their ships in a wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron, but the heretics' plan was not meant to be. Thorvald and Opticon 22 sent their detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with a chance to deliver a blow at the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagships of these traitors to humanity awaited their final hour. Oh, are we gonna do a space battle before we land? It sounds like it. Wait, do a Space Marine just spit on your floor? They have acid saliva that's dangerous? Do all Space Marines have acid saliva, or just some of them? Alright. Where's the enemy ship? It's over there. That's a big ship. Blasphemous Styx-class heavy cruiser. All of them? Well then.
Voidmaster, if you please. Engage the lads.
Oh god. That thing is thick! Reinforce the front shields. Dude, what? Target is too far! It's... What? There we go. Dude, it's so fat. I was having trouble finding a spot where the interceptor could reach it from outside of its hitbox. No, my interceptors. Okay, the front shields are finally down. Weak points on the back of it, of course.
The destination is known.
Reinforce the left shields. Okay, all of their little mini ships are dead.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons. Set course.
You can barely see that thing getting scratched.
Rip them apart.
The Betcher's gland is what gives Space Marines acid spit. They might be able to turn it off, I don't know. Imperial Fists and their successors have lost the ability, though. For example, I know some Space Marines, if they eat the brains or something of an enemy, they can gain the memories that that one had. But I also know that that's, like, not all of them. So I wasn't sure if the acid spit thing was all of them or just some of them.
The destination is known.
Alright, reinforce the right shields. Empyrean Storm. Okay, so now we just got that little guy.
They pale before
Nice.
our mastery of the void.
What do we got? Do that. Don't need to repair. Everything's still full. Okay. A general once said all wars are fundamentally the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Grok shit. That general didn't witness the events on Euphrates II. Rogue trader Mukluk von Valancius was the supreme commander in that battle, a man of iron will. Unfaltering, unshakable, I served in his personal enforcer guard back then, just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert
The
soldier.
Windshark gifted a tier 1 sub to Emperor of Mankind. They have given 159 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Windshark. Savmaster says Betcher's gland is what gives Space Marines acid spit. They might be able to turn it off, though. Each Space Marine Legion has unique organs and abilities, but they share many traits. They are all considered cousins in a sense. I'm 99% sure the acid spit is something a Space Marine needs to consciously choose to use. Okay. Rogue trader Mukluk von Valancius was the supreme commander in that battle, a man of iron will, unfaltering, unshakable. I served in his personal enforcer guard back then, just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert soldier. The Emperor was gracious to me. He gave me a chance to realize how wrong I was. Most of my comrades didn't get a chance like that. The shuttles would have blocked out the sun if you could have seen it through the smoke of the Manufactorum city of Sigma S13. At its heart stood the Machine Cathedral, our primary objective. The Lord Captain showed us mercy by having the landing zone bombarded from orbit. All of the shuttles carrying troops and, more importantly, precious vehicles reached their destination. Daunted by our numbers, the enemy withdrew. That was the perfect moment for a decisive attack. With an armored vehicle force of this size, we had the upper hand. Upon descending from orbit, Sister Argenta inspired the troops with the very first notes of her prayers. Her singing was the Emperor's voice commanding us to fight without any regard for our own lives. After rousing the soldiers to launch a daring raid, she quickly captured one of the heretic commanders. That was when we heard a starkly different voice come from the Sister of Battle. Trembling with fury, she personally interrogated the miscreant, pulling one poisoned confession after another out of him. Once she was done, the world was purged of his impure breath, and she was the one wielding the flamer. The sight of that heretic writhing in flames was imprinted upon our memories, shining a light in the cruel darkness of our immediate future like a brilliant beacon. In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered his generals to... Lore Imperium, commence a rapid tank assault in accordance with the military doctrine Armored Wave devised by Lord Militant Justice Quinn, known by Jay. Our negligible losses during the landing stage gave us enough armored vehicles for a decisive push against the enemy's positions. We began our advance. I will never forget the roar of the tank, its treads tearing the heretics' infantry to pieces, accompanied by the shrieks of las guns and the rumble of heavy artillery. The deafening symphony of war. Nothing could stop us. We marched in the wake of a column of armored beasts, not turning to look at the mushroom clouds, climbing over piles of enemy bodies and those of our own. We had our orders. Pushing through the ruins of sacred workshops, we looked with awe upon machines that up until that point had remained forbidden to the eyes of the laity. They were palaces of incredible and frightening technology, void ship assembly halls, alchemical atriums, sacred arsenals, generators producing invisible fields unsettling to the mind, and scriptorums containing knowledge of horrors best left undiscovered. In one of the chemical chapels, we came upon a shipment of cisterns containing hallucinogenic gas. The tech priest protested that the substance was not designed for warfare, that it was created for higher rituals, but the officers wasted no time pumping our artillery shells full of that gas. We got Joker juice in the guns now? At last, we reached the gates of Dock Mu 514, the threshold of the metal nightmare that was Manufactorum Sigma S13. However, the initial attempts to storm the dock shattered against the enemy's defenses. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 proposed to tech sabotage. He could send small Skitarii units behind the enemy lines and have them subdue the spirits of the area's defense systems. Thorvald, the fierce leader of the Space Wolves, proposed to send infiltrators beyond the walls to kill enemy officers and weaken the dock's defenses. The Lord Captain ordered... the only one of these that is 100%. The shelling of the enemy with gas munitions procured on the surface. As per regulations, we waited until the gas clouds allowed minimal visibility, checked our filter mask, blasted the gates with our tank meltas, and charged in. Many heretics had already perished at the hands of their comrades who were fighting nightmares only they could see. We had no trouble cleaning up the rest of the disjointed lunatics. It took us many days to break through to the metal heart of the Manufactorum. In the third week of the assault, the vanguard was halted and swept away by a salvo of plasma macro cannons. Scorning every cannon of sacred engineering, the heretics had placed the hull of an unfinished void cruiser on treads several kilometers long. This leviathan of adamantine and plasteel barred our way. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 insisted that we retake the sacred machine, for the vessel had been in the making for many decades, and its destruction would have meant a great tragedy for the Imperium. The Lord Captain... This is so messed up. Dogmatic. Ordered an assault column to be formed from the repentant Manufactorum workers, granting those captives the right to atone for their crime with blood. Plus 30! Dude, I bet they all freaking die. Dude, look at this. They're all just like marching to their death. The Lord Captain was merciful. Each captive was issued a single-shot las fusil and bayonet. 1 bullet! Whereupon an order was given to take the cruiser at any cost. I gave a whole bunch of dudes each a gun with 1 bullet and said, give me that ship. The deal was that those who survived the attack would be granted the Emperor's pardon and could enlist in the Liberation Army. Traitors in wartime can seldom hope to be given a second chance, let alone an offer of such generosity. No more than 100 of them were left alive that day. The Emperor was harsh on those who had turned against him, but many a seasoned soldier could have learned from their fervor. Covered in oil, blood, soot, and their eyes full of desperate zeal, the penal unit's fighters somehow managed, despite their losses, to break through to the mighty cruiser. They climbed shafts, used their bayonets, and applied what scant knowledge they had of sacred technology. Eventually, they destroyed the heretics operating the macro cannons. Enforcer strike groups were then able to land on the cruiser and clean up the remaining cultists. The cruiser was conquered. Slipping on pools of blood mixed with sacred unguents, we made it to the Machine Cathedral, a gargantuan hall breathing in with the flames of 1,000 furnaces. The last bastion of the enemy army. That was where I faced the word bearers, betrayers of humanity and unworthy sons of the Emperor. What could we, mere humans, possibly do to match their unholy, bestial rage? The Lord Captain... we're not looking good for either of these. Alright, 78%. Devised a plan that placed the Space Wolves at the forefront of our strike. Success! The Emperor's angels themselves led the charge that day. Magnificent in their rage, they forged a path for us to follow, and even the appalling champions of the archenemy could not stop them. While we distracted the enemy with suppressive fire and a hail of grenades, our unyielding leaders charged the word-bearers and tore them to pieces. We were the anvil of his wrath, they were the hammer. And that's when it came. Doomscream, an ancient and bloodthirsty hellbrute, a merciless executioner forged from adamantine and ceramite. That single foe was repelling our assaults one after another, turning hundreds of soldiers into bloody pulp. For as long as that abomination lived, we had no hope of reaching the heart of the enemy citadel. The dire-eyed Thorvald volunteered to track down and destroy the vile spawn, but fate had other things in store for him and his brothers. The Space Wolves pack was to be the first to storm the Machine Cathedral, and thus Magos Dominus Opticon 22 assembled a cohort of elite Skitarii and said he would locate and eliminate Doomscream. The soldiers were whispering that he was willing to activate the so-called Guaranteed Annihilation Protocol, a terrible and ominous rite that is as lethal to the enemies of the Omnissiah as it is to his faithful servants. Upon arriving at the front lines, the Lord Captain... questioned the survivors who had witnessed the ruin that Doomscream had wrought. Those lucky enough to have escaped with their lives had little to tell us. They remembered a terrible howl hanging in the air and a death machine, impossibly quick for its size, dismembering people and crumpling tanks with its horrific manipulators. The enemy was ancient, devious, and utterly mad. The heretic's mind was clouded by rage and hatred, and his body was bound within a prison of metal and mutated flesh. Upon arriving at the front lines, the Lord Captain... Okay, so... I know last time... Like, the guaranteed way to get past this is let Opticon die. I want to try to do the other thing. Weapon skill 60%. Let his retinue hunt down the ancient killing machine himself. Success! What happened next would become legend. The Lord Captain at the head of his retinue challenged the bloodlusting heresiarch, that's a new word, that had crawled out of the darkness of time. He dealt the wicked executioner a heavy and mortifying blow, and thus Doomscream was routed. The abomination's torn pincer, fitted with an ancient and powerful bolter, became the rogue trader's rightful trophy. Oh, nice. At last, we reached the Machine Cathedral. We saw a yawning lift shaft be left behind a colossal land-gnawing drill that had burrowed for kilometers into the depths of the planet. There, deep below, lay the last hiding places of the heretics' leaders. Hundreds of grenades, accompanied by promises of swift judgment, were hurled into the pit. Such was our righteous anger. The planetary assault was a resounding success. The enemy forces were shattered and broken. A small fraction remained in the Machine Cathedral, but the rest either had been destroyed or were destined to meet the same inevitable fate soon. The Lord Captain's retinue and the Space Wolves band delved into the shaft, heading toward the heart of the Machine Cathedral. We watched them leave with reverence in our eyes, as we knew we were setting up a perimeter around the entrance. We knew that the true outcome of the Battle of Euphrates II depended on them, and that our fates were theirs to decide. Yes. I like Opticon. I'm glad he lived this time. Mahuyo says, so that would mean I have to shoot some to get another shot? Oh, you're talking about the army that was given single-shot guns? I mean, I assume they could grab the guns from fallen companions if they fired one and then they needed another. Urlon the Cruel. May the energies of the Immaterium, may the gears resume turning, may the batteries be infused with the blessed poison of the... I couldn't read that fast enough. The giant clad in dark crimson armor is in the middle of a sinister litany, his words turning into a repulsive ethereal stench of flakes of otherworldly ice. He does not notice your presence. Coonragd Voitvir. Oh my god, look, he's got a different picture now too. The same cannot be said about Coonragd Voitvir, who stands at his side. His completely mutated turquoise eyes flash upon seeing you. He flinches but remains silent, hesitant to interrupt the ritual. In the name of the God Emperor, I am here as your judge and executioner. The sorcerer scoffs. His deep, unnaturally vibrating voice causes your insides to shrink. What good is the name of a rotting corpse propped upon the golden throne? It carries no fear for the disciples of the true faith. The sorcerer reluctantly turns his burning gaze upon you. So you are the one who is so eager to meet me in your own demise. Rejoice, Brother Twilight. Today you become the new rogue trader. Voitvir's deformed features twist into a bloodthirsty smile. Yes, Master, I will rectify my mistake and reclaim what was stolen. Dogmatic Fanatic. Speak the litany of purification to smother the profanity of the sorceress' words. That hurt him? Dogmatic plus 30. The sacred words sustained by your indomitable faith illuminate the air and send a mighty echo across the room. So great is their strength, the sorcerer's words drown within, and the currents of heretical power swirling around the drill begin to ebb. Once the final words of the prayer escape your lips, righteous light envelops the drill, washing away the unhallowed taint. The sorcerer, scorched by the radiance of the Emperor himself, growls in pain and rage. The wolf lets out a chilling howl and his pack ready their weapons, acknowledging it as an unequivocal order to kill. With a solemn gesture of his hands, Urlon thunders in fury. Let those who blaspheme against the true gods beg forgiveness in vain. Let their lips be sealed, let their hands be severed, let their souls be reaped and scourged. To battle, wolves! Do not allow the Malefic any respite. Von Valancius, find cover before you lose your head. A glorious fight awaits! Take heed with the silver-tongued traitor, for he is old, sly, and strong. But by the All-Father, the wolves will spill rivers of blood this day. The horrific display of profane sorcery appears to have had filled Thorvald with joy and anticipation rather than fear. Have you encountered Urlon before? No, or else his head wouldn't still be attached to his neck. But my pack has heard plenty about his strength and ignominious misdoings. One can see the evidence of his malefactions all across the Cronus expanse like bear tracks upon fresh snow. We stalked him and looked for a chance to clamp our jaws around his throat, but the Craven knows well how to hide behind the back of his heretical lackeys. What manner of witchcraft was he attempting back there? He wished to wake the tunneling behemoth. If you hunger for my thoughts, Urlon is searching for something down below in the Manufactorum's deepest halls. My warriors destroyed the energy font and silenced the drill, but the detestable Malefic still found a way to revive it with his heinous magics. I will deal with him. You're a brave one and not easily deterred. Good. Then find a way to reach the tunneling platform while we give the mangy sorcerer something to worry about. Thorvald exchanges glances with his warriors, and you could swear they all smile in anticipation inside their helmets. Halbrand, you stick to the original plan. Take 2 brothers and go after Doomscream. Our scouts report that he took refuge here in these depths after being defeated in battle on the approach to the Machine Cathedral. Oh, he's alive. I want to take the unholy tin can that holds his traitorous brain back to Fenris. Good hunting. We won't fail you. The eager Space Marine lets out a hungering howl. Proudly tread the hunter's grim in chase of a beast of steel and blood. Fangs bared sharp of thirsted prey. Let glory cloak their mighty gait. Doomscream. He hides in this den? Step aside, Hellbrand. I will be the one to slay it. I claim this quarry for the baleful howl. Ulfar, we set out to hunt the beast. Do you seek to best me in hunting, Ulfar? None are faster or deadlier than Stormbiters. We will see, young wolf. We will see. Luck be with you, warriors. Hader Roos, Mukluk. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Goods. Cargo. Okay. And the lockers are full of work overalls, robes, and tools that are covered in seals and emit the strong smell of sacred unguents. The 16 Universal Laws Warning. A tome containing warnings of the Omnissiah. This set of unshakable tenets of the Adeptus Mechanicus is hidden from the eyes of the layman with a special Benaric cipher. Only an anointed tech priest can divine the sacred knowledge from this folio.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Let us see what I found.
Ugh, 46%, Jay? What the heck? Okay, so we can't go through there yet. Corrupted Skitaris. Are they surrendering? A crowd of heretics falls to their knees and holds out their hands to you, pleading for mercy. Their leader, a heretic with worm-like tentacles stirring about in one of his eye sockets, howls plaintively out of his vox. Mukluk von Valancius, conqueror of steel and smiter of true flesh, we initiate the capitulation protocol. Nowhere under this chrome firmament and leaden haze is there a cogitational array capable of designing a productive method of opposing you. They're like, you know, we were trying to think of every way that we could kill you and we can't come up with one, we give up. Your indestructible legions have annihilated all who dared to stand in their way. No matter what we threw at you, it all turned to dust, which your servants then trampled to oil and soot. Our survivors are few. Mercy, we beg mercy. Didn't it say he's got worms crawling in his head? I feel like he's like super... Yeah, worm-like tentacles stirring in his eye sockets. Like this guy, he's gone. I feel like he is just super corrupted. I mean, let's just continue. I think I might have spared them last time because I was Iconoclast last time, so... Showing mercy to enemies of humanity would be heresy. I sentenced them to death. Oh, I thought we were gonna fight. I thought they were gonna be like, oh, well then we're gonna fight to the end. Nope. They all just died when I looked at them. Lore warp 0. 0? I don't have anyone with lore warp here?
Damn it!
The floor was covered with foul symbols and covered in red. It seems that blood was purposefully drawn out of them, prolonging the suffering of the unfortunate.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
You can almost feel the evil oozing from the vile chaos symbol. Your eyes start to water, and you distinctly smell... damn it. The putrid odor of rot.
Vladium is no longer liege of footfall. Not that I feel sorry for the old
Light-bringing
vizier,
brazier halls.
but he did know how to keep the station under control. Will his replacement be able to handle such an unruly house?
Incendia Chorda's methods have enabled her to keep an entire trade protectorate on a tight leash. I have no doubt that Footfall will bow down before her sooner or later.
Lore Imperium.
One and it's done.
A huge machine red hot from a working built-in furnace. Traces of blood and scratches are visible on the bypass of the firebox. Undoubtedly, the burning of living people was part of some blasphemous ritual.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Jay.
My pleasure.
Okay. This looks like a trap or something. Yep. What is that? It looks like a pink horror of Zinch combined with some other things. That's a screamer.
The battleground beckons!
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Wait, what? Why isn't it letting me rotate this? Okay, weird.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Alright, where's Heinrich? There he is. This hits most of the group, but not all of them.
Your turn.
That hits everyone except Jay.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Let's put a curse on that. Where's the big one? It's back there.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I will not die in dishonor.
What was that?
A born predator does not become prey!
Lots of flames.
The road take you.
My god, they've all got AoE.
I shall not fail. Trust me, as the tenants demand. I am your blade and shield. Trust me.
Alright. Warp speed. Forewarning. We could have a warp overload on any of these clicks. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen.
Naturally. Let's see to it. But of course.
Alright, we got really lucky. We got through every buff without him exploding his head or something. Alright, taunting those two.
Let's see. A genius at work. What if... You are marked for demise. A wicked thought.
Alright, Ulfar's turn. Kick this guy.
Can do better than a warrior of the Alpha. Feel the icy bite of death.
Jay's turn. Medicaid signal.
Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow.
Give Ulfar another action. First.
My strike.
Kick this thing.
So shall it be.
She gets a turn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this right to die with grace, at least?
Finest hour on
I'll show
Ulfar.
you why navigators are feared.
Not I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. See how the wolf succeeds? In disgrace. I will carve runes out of your bones.
And steady superiority.
The foe will be torn asunder.
Okay, they're gone. He casted gun a whole lot.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Okay, and Jay's turn. Finest hour on Ulfar again.
So, I will carve runes out of your bones. None can do this better than a wolf. Die in disgrace.
Don't get hurt. I want to
Tolerance knows no bounds.
Hey, MuklukYoutube. Hey, Purple.
Another one.
He just parry killed two of them.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Another stroke of genius. Let's see.
Hmm.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh my god, oh my god. I've never seen it use that
Too
ability.
bad I never leave debts unpaid. Cassia.
Well done.
Pain soothes my soul.
I wonder if I, let's see, remove the demon's protection.
I bring mirth and retribution.
Dude, her
For the
movement, oh my
heart
god.
next time, the shadows will see it done. Trust me, as the tenets demand. Trust me. I shall not fail, as on a... Let your soul be purged. Trust me. As honor caught by the well.
Alright, well, she got the Herald of Tzeentch down to half health. Alright, Heinrich's turn.
Go on, beast. I won't object to it.
Alright, Muck's turn.
A wicked thought. Schemes within schemes.
Okay.
What if?
Hey, look, it's the
Sucks.
birds. How are you?
Emma, last night you were entertaining spoilers, and now today you're hosting a party for Zinch. Who are you? Entertaining spoilers? I don't recall that. Oh, parry kill. Parry kill again. Let's see. Kick this one.
It shall be. I will carve runes out of your bones. Corpse play. Die in disgrace. So I will carve runes out of your bones. See.
Oh my god, he just killed Heinrich's bird. You idiot. He killed that guy, but one of the shots went straight and killed the bird. Heinrich's like, no! Where is it? Reactivate.
Easy,
Bird.
easy. I need you by my side. I can do that with the right incentive.
I will carve runes out of your bones. Wolves reign.
Ah, missed that one.
For the throne's glory. Do my bidding. Your turn. I'll see our foes obliterated.
Tell me, never cross a Casbalic.
Ah, fate claims another one.
Two more parry kills. Alright, where's the thing that stabilizes the warp?
If I may.
Mend reality. Let's do that.
Me, as duty demands. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Help me, Lord Captain!
Alright, Kibellah's turn. Let's use Death Waltz on this guy. That should hit him until he's dead. Or just 2 taps will do it. Okay. I thought it was going to take more than that. Alright. Untuning Combi Tool. Grants its owner 25 bonus to tech use. If the owner has medium or heavy armor equipped at the start of their first turn in combat, they gain 5% armor.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Corrupted Cogitator. The Cogitator appears to be on standby mode. The screen and sensors emit a dull glow, in no way reacting to your approach. 30% lore warp. Examine. Failed. Something is obviously wrong with the machine, but you failed to determine the exact reason for the malfunction. Checked for the presence of data crypts. You examine all the slots and sockets on the Cogitator case, but to no avail. All that you managed to find is a single data stick hidden behind a protective panel. Extract the data stick. You touch the data stick and realize you cannot pull it out or pry your fingers away from its surface, as if your hand is being held in place by a powerful magnetic force. Strength test succeeded. You tense every muscle in your body, planting one leg against the Cogitator case and pull. At last, an unknown force begins to give way and eventually let go. You come close to falling flat on your back, but the data stick is clenched in your hand intact. A small device that grants access to Cogitator's additional reserves. Use the logic key. You insert the data stick into one of the available slots. The machine reacts with purrs and clicks. A few moments later, both data sticks are ejected and land on the control panel. Data stick of valuable information. Wake the Cogitator. You try pressing keys and spinning a couple of reels. In response, a few lumens light up on the control panel. A low guttural growl reverberates through the machine, and a small auxiliary screen lights up, presenting you with information. Examine the log. You skim the report of the auxiliary screen. It seems the Cogitator has been completely purged of data. If there is anything left in this machine, it will be on the external drives. Walk away. Okay.
What lies beyond?
I saw the door back there. I'm checking this. Alright, I got a level up. Let's see what we got here. Got some stats. Strength. Alright, awareness, coercion, commerce. Yeah, it's carouse and athletics at the top two. Guess I'll put the point there. Okay. Ulfar. Good morning, my chat. Hi, Disturbed. Let's see. Agility, strength, toughness, weapon skill. We'll do weapon skill. Athletics, carouse. Carouse is fine. Alright, you, Heinrichs. Willpower is his most important thing. I guess agility, so he can buff earlier in combat. Alright, Cassia. Willpower and perception are up there already. Fellowship, I guess, for her officer skills. Coercion or commerce? I guess coercion. I think Jay has really high commerce. Ballistic fellowship. Agi, I guess. Imperium. Bertree says, wait, what? Do you ever tickle in your nose and feel the need to pick your nose? And if so, how do you handle it as a streamer? If it's that bad, I usually say, be right back, I'm gonna blow my nose. And then I step away from the keyboard for a second. You guys have seen me do that numerous times. Right now, I'm just itchy, but no need to go digging for gold. Toughness. And let's see, demolition and Medicae are her top skills. Those are locked out right now. I guess carouse. Alright. I just remembered, we got a bolter earlier, it said. Let me see if that's an upgrade for Jay. Unhallowed Bellow. That might have been it. Oh. Mars Pattern Bolt Pistol, 1820. Oh my god, this does so much more damage than what she's got now. What the heck? Do I have any others that are an upgrade? Two-handed bolter, 9 to 14. Hotshot lasgun, 8 to 10. Hold on, sort by type. Here we go. Let's see, 418, 27. Okay, it looks like I've already got the best one equipped.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Lots of dead people in here. Lore warp 0%. Tech use J.
And done.
Cargo.
Oh, what a glorious day.
Oh, PTSD's flaring up. I remember this. This thing packs a punch. Angry crab robot. Alright, I think we have to break the electric things before we can do much damage to the big guy. Oh god, Heinrichs and Jay are so far away, what the heck? Okay, well if that's how we're starting out, let's move them all closer together, I guess. Okay, they are close enough to buff them all. Alright, we got regen on everyone.
I won't object.
Forewarning on everyone.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
I don't know why it's not letting me rotate. I wonder if I need to save and load it. Also, my cursor has been the you can't do that cursor for multiple fights now. Do you see that? I don't know what's going on with that either.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
Oh lord, he coming. Oh wow, they all died from burning. Alright, let me see if it says... Gains 50% armor, 15% armor pen, 10 deflection, and 5 to all stats for each plasma battery.
The shadows will see it done. I shall not fail. Trust me.
Oh my god, she does a whole lot less damage when she is hitting something that's not flesh. Okay. Really? Oh my god, our Space Marine's down. I think he gets back up after a turn or two, but that's rough. So that means he's not going to get hit with these buffs.
Let's see to it.
Which is very unfortunate.
Naturally. For the throne's glory. But of course, Lord Captain.
Alright, Ulfar's turn, but he was down, so he's just kneeling. Dodge, 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 dodge.
Am I getting paid for this?
Why did she only get to fire once? Oh wait, there's like a big red area here I just noticed. Shoot. That's not good. Okay. And I can't move her now. I didn't see it in time.
Me? Never in 1,000 sectors. Don't get too cocky.
The Emperor is on our side.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Alright, I got Warp Curse on the big guy, so he takes more damage going forward.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, that's one battery down.
That is foolishness.
Maelstrom of madness.
I am here waiting for the Paul World stream.
What?
The what?
No.
The Paul World stream? You mean Hogwarts?
Let's see. A wicked thought. Schemes within schemes.
424. I gave the dog an ability. For one round, he ignores target's armor.
A genius at work.
467. Holy crap. Standby mode.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet.
Dude, why is the lag so... Here, hang on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the main menu and load back in. It's being really weird. The mouse cursor has been broken for a while. The lag, I don't know what's going on. Can that combo with the distance bug? Oh, for sure it can, but I didn't abuse the distance thing there. But yeah, the whole thing was that for one turn it ignores the target's armor, and because he still had 3 energy pylons, he still had like 150% bonus armor or something. So we were ignoring that for one round. $445 from the dog. Alright, mouse cursor is normal again. That's good.
A wicked thought.
Ah, dang.
What if? A wicked thought.
What? Okay, he should have attacked there, but he didn't.
A genius at work.
Dude, he's almost dead just from this armor-skipping dog attacks.
Emperor, give me strength.
Let's see. What if?
Ah, dang.
Me.
Wait, what? He just healed the full.
Captain.
What the script?
Scorn the pain.
Oh no, Kibellah just dodged into the big nuke that I moved her out of earlier. I guess you have to kill the pylon things around the room.
Or mine. Death comes in silence.
Do my bidding. Let's see to it. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. Naturally. I won't object to it.
No, stop hitting the dog. Okay, Ulfar finally gets to go again.
By the wolf side, perish! Our foes reek of cowardice. Feel the icy bite! I hunger for battle. So it shall be.
I think Ulfar is going to be the best one for killing the pylons. Stop punching my dog!
Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. Tell me, and it is done.
Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
Dang.
A moving target lives longer. I can do that with the right incentive.
Yeah, I think her old gun, maybe? I'll let her shoot twice? Why can she only shoot once now? This one was single shots always score critical hits. But the current one hits twice as hard. I don't know why she is... She was able to shoot twice per turn with this one. But now she can only shoot once per turn. I don't know what's going on with that.
Vengeance will be swift.
I want a medal for that one.
Parry. Alright, taunt. Sworn foe.
Let's see.
I did not mean to do that.
Schemes within the scheme.
My dog is hitting for 40 now, so he's back to his normal attacks.
A wicked thought.
Again, I did protect on me. He should have attacked the thing adjacent to me, but he didn't. That is bugging out a lot.
If only that were possible. I have read tomes of military tactics.
Alright, that thing's half dead. I would love to Finest Hour on Ulfar, but he's not in range of anything I need him to hit right now, so there'd be no point to it. We're doing a lot of damage with parries right now. Oh my god. Parry, parry, parry. Parry.
Let not the righteous fear. May
Carnival
their
of
blades
Misery.
be sharp. I am your blade and shield, as the tenets demand. As honor ordains. Death is a blessing.
Alright, those two are done.
The other side awaits.
Everyone, step aside. But of course, Lord Captain. For the throne's glory.
Alright, Ulfar.
The fame-hungry come.
Really?
Cubs play.
Really?
See how the wolf succeeds.
Okay, that's at 100% and you miss. Something is really... Okay, something's wrong with that spot. More bugs.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Alright, finest hour on him here. Hopefully this spot's better.
So it shall be.
It's better, okay.
I have become the all-guiding disgrace.
Throne take you.
Okay. What's left? There's 2 enemies remaining.
Not I will carve
There's 1 enemy
runes out of
remaining.
your bones.
There.
Give this task to someone lesser. Wolves reign.
Living on the edge.
Let's see. Ah, another one is shattered.
The last one. Okay.
There will be no
Dude.
peace in
I was kind of scared losing Ulfar on turn 1. But then the same boss that killed Ulfar in 1 round of attacks proceeded to get parried by my guy like 17 times in a row, and then like the threat was drastically lessened after that. Ulfar did just get an injury though.
Blood is my life. Death is my duty.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Got a cape of some kind. What is this? Trapper's Furs. Each time the wearer deals damage to an enemy with a ranged attack from 5 cells or further, the wearer becomes the highest priority target for this enemy until the wearer's next turn. So it's a taunt.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Alright, so that door we found earlier connects here, so this is just another way of entering this room. Alright. Oh, we could talk to the enslaved psyker. I am coming on Messiah, deliver the machines from the faithless. It's just like an empty garage thing. Lore warp 30%.
A minor setback.
The people in cages are exhausted to their limit. The bodies have been distorted by mutations.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
What is that?
Ah, what a shame.
Pain is
Ah.
but an illusion!
I am your shadow.
I just hit a trap. Alright. Need more medical bags.
Your time has not yet come.
Oh, take my transient
One and it's
gratitude. Oh, strike me again.
Bro, this
See
hallway.
what happens.
The screen displays a message about the second elevator block being removed. Okay. And we just got another engine. Dude, I hate how I just basically fought like a
There is
demigod
life in you
thing.
yet. Use it wisely.
No injuries.
My
Walk through the hall and get tapped.
appreciation.
Get an injury.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
to the prayer halls, to the main generator sanctum. And that one's still closed. Okay. Let's see what this is. No skipping mechanics. Oh, talking about the power pylons? Yeah, I thought the power pylons just buffed it. I didn't think that they made it unkillable. So that's why I was like, oh, his health's going down. I'll just focus fire. And then it was like, oh, I have to kill him.
My warp sight reveals something. Stop. There.
A minor setback. Damn it! I mean, just bad luck.
The dead know nothing, and neither do the ignorant. No sleep, no rest, only duty, only death. The Vizier, would he be proud? Am I?
Wait.
I do what I must.
There's a stack of traps there.
Your time has not yet come.
Guess I'm still alive.
There is life in you yet. Use it wisely.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Cargo, corrupted cogitator. Something is moving on the cogitator's main screen, but it doesn't look like code. When you draw closer, the image starts to undulate this way and that in the coils of an awakened snake. 2 pinpricks of light appear on the screen. Something is watching you from the darkness, flickering between the unwinding coils. Check for data crypts. A data crypt is in place, but its slot is protected by 2 rows of metal claws growing straight out of the cogitator's casing. They flex under your scrutiny, clutching the device tighter. Lore warp. Failed. Something is obviously wrong, but you failed to determine the exact reason. Examine the log. The cogitator does not react to buttons being pressed and the handles being turned. The screen just continues to display what you saw when you first approached the machine. Deactivate the cogitator. When you reach the power shutdown lever, the growling from the depths of the machine intensifies and the screen starts filling with red. Your hand stops 1 centimeter away from its goal. Heinrichs, have you ever seen anything like this before? Heinrichs gives the screen of the control panel a thorough examination. Another manifestation of the same corruption we encountered on Kibellah Gamma. Perhaps if we used an auxiliary connection system. Heinrichs presses a side panel open with a knife and receives a face full of sparks and caustic reagent. After swearing and wiping his singed face, the interrogator manages to pull out a bunch of wires and cut the right cables, causing the cogitator to shut down. The claws holding the data crypt unclench helplessly. Scratch data crypt, a storage device containing remains of scrap code from Kibellah Gamma. So we now have scrap code? The molten rock is radiating tremendous heat. The surface bubbles and hisses softly as if the magma were incinerating the very air. There's a cogitator down below.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Purple stuff. What's going on, purple stuff?
Magos, are you certain that this Nomus is not an abomination that requires immediate destruction? A creature from a cogitator that has taken over a mobile machine. It is only the absence of your approval that is stopping me from taking immediate action.
Don't even try it, Sherim. The cog loses his head at the mere sight of a new tool. All the Omnissiah's covenants and rules go right out the airlock, along with his usual caution.
The Magos isn't in our party right now.
They all
Heinrichs and Jade just had a
see.
conversation about Pascal, and Pascal's not here. That's a bug. What are we supposed to do here? Alright, first we're gonna hit quick save. So if we try to run through the purple stuff, it hurts really bad.
What torments you? Another step, another threat.
Logic. Dang
Patience.
Nope!
My
I was
nerves
not
are frayed.
clicking everyone. I clicked J.
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent. I have an eye for treasure.
An offering of blood.
Every day, a new opportunity. My pleasure.
The Manufactorum has been completely converted from rock and metal processing to a much more sinister purpose. The lines have been set up for manufacture shells for Daemon engines. That is not where I told you to move.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
I clicked right there. Is there any way to get rid of this purple stuff?
Looking for a hidden cache? Stop hitting me, Ashman!
Stop walking into the purples. Oh god. Freaking Chaos Marine? What? Is there no way to get rid of the purple? I was thinking have one person run through the hole and they could disarm it for everybody else, but that does not seem to be the case.
If it pleases you, Shireen.
Okay, this is what I was hoping. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we don't have to have
Blood is my life.
everybody else run
is
through
my
all of
duty.
that. But there is that Chaos Marine thing. I'm wondering if we take care of an objective if the purple stuff will go
Do you
away.
think my body was suffering? Though I gave thee my blood and my pain,
I owe you
thou
a debt.
hast ordained that I shall live. Your time has not yet come.
I guess I'm still
Let us
alive.
see what I found.
What?
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
One step
I
at a
am your
time
shadow.
amidst the madness.
The web beckons. Just as he ordained.
Okay.
And
Jay?
done.
Stop quick save again. That room was kind of annoying.
Stop. There.
Disarm.
Just as I was taught.
Let us see what I found.
The web serves.
Disarm.
The Vizier. Would he be proud?
The massive cage is empty. Its bars bear slashes made by massive claws.
What lies
To the drill.
beyond?
One and it's done.
Omni specs. Whenever the wearer creates targets 3 or more enemies with one attack, those targets suffer 0% minus armor till end of combat. Oh, that's the tool that you use in Darktide.
There will
Oh, it's the boys. Oh, it's the big boy. Oh! Is he dead or just injured? The Vox speakers on the ancient monster's armor emit a blood-curdling screech that turns into the unholy murmurs of countless voices. Collect the blood of the false believers in a cup. Reap of their pitiful strivings. Drink of their sorrow, and the laughter of the true gods will thunder in your ears. Hallbrant looks up from the bodies of his fallen brothers. You can hear the seething rage of his voice distorted by the helmet's Vox speaker. I am the wrath of the Allfather, and his wrath is to be dreaded. Traitor of the 17th, I will have your head. Stand aside, young wolf. The baleful howler here. This prey is ours. Look at the Hellbird. The Abomination's armor wetly gleams with profane repair scripts daubed in blood. It has been patched with fresh ceramite in several places, evidence of serious damage received in recent battles on the surface, but the monster appears to have fully regained its strength. Its flesh swells hideously as it's flooded with the power of the warp. Baleful howl! Attack! Booming drums sound from the Vox mounted on Halbrandt's armor. He's like, hold on, I'm turning on my playlist. In our dark he bars the doors. He who fears, guess unbidden. He who fosters, purpose tainted. He who dreads his reckoning. Well he knows that in our dark and savage the grey beasts come to his door prowling. For blood they come, for vengeance they come, the guilty are their prey. Be you malefic, be you monster, know that. A new burst of furious howling from the Hellbrute makes Ulfar falter. Cry out proudly. The warriors of Russ will never retreat! With a lusty bark of laughter, Ulfar picks up your words and continues fervently. The warband of Fenris will never retreat, the scent will be caught, and blood will be spilt. Like two virtuosic musicians, Halbrandt and Ulfar fall into a perfect rhythm of words, breath, and movement. With a fierce howl, they rush to the attack, moving as if they are not two warriors, but one.
Someone's in trouble.
Prepare for battle, get into position. Where's Jay at? Why is she back here? Dude, why is this room laggy? Is all the smoke? Alright, where's Heinrichs?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I won't object to it.
Regeneration.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, Warp Curse on the big guy, so he's got a weak spot now.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, I can once again rotate these placements after reloading the game earlier, so that bug has been fixed.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
Stop dying, Halbrandt! Howl of Russ. Oh! Where did you come from? Oh! They sent more dudes! Oh! Yo, I thought I was fighting one dude. I was fighting many dudes.
I shall not fail. The shadows will see it done. As honor ordains.
Wow. All that buffing and she did 30. I am surprised. Well, they are, I guess, more mechanical than flesh, because usually anything with flesh, when Kibellah hits it, it explodes. That guy barely got scratched.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet. Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. Am I getting paid for this?
Our foes reek of cowardice.
War is my muse.
Don't get too cocky.
See! Feel the icy bite of death! I have become
Oh, dang, he is lighting this guy up. Now kick him.
For battle. He will bite like a bomb.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? These ruby flushes are...
Finest hour, Ulfar.
I say bite of death. You have become the all-father's
I cast gun, prepare to meet God. Shield? Okay, he's doing something. I can't inspect him. Alright, I guess we'll work on the other ones then.
So shall it be. Feel the icy bite of death. The fame-hungry come.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
You've got a problem? I've got a price.
This isn't gonna hit everybody. I have to make a choice. Alright, move it over here.
Let's see to it.
Hitting everybody except Ulfar.
I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
Okay.
Another stroke of genius! What if?
Fight. Let's do the piercing resolution on him, so he skips armor for a turn. 161.
Schemes within schemes.
191, nice.
I was born for a greater fate.
215.
Let's see.
216.
A wicked
Standby.
What if?
Taunt. Not that it's needed.
My instincts tell me to refuse. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
The wounded monster lets out a scream that resonates with the might of the ruinous powers and retreats. Its armor is riddled with holes and its vox speakers are clogged with tangled prayers of despair and joy. I fear not the blasphemy of the deluded, for it is promised to me. With my eye of flame I pierce the hearts of the doubting, for it is granted to me. I root out false faith, for I stand on the true path, and I will not be forsaken by the protection of the true gods. Ulfar is drenched in the Hellbrute's blood, which carries the acrid tang of machine oil. He wipes the blood from his face and bursts into deafening laughter. The ground itself seems to quake at this mighty display of joy. Behold, Allfather, how fleeting is a coward's valor instead of brazen hymns. Please for salvation come, but my hands are full, with weapons laden without a finger span, for mercy or for grace. Hellbrant, but stay the old wolf's charge against the foe, corruption's mighty beast. He did valiantly ravage, but the right to sever its rotten weird thread will another claim, a hunter fresh and battle bold. It's just so stupid. Like, the real me sitting here in this chair is very much vibing with, are you too serious? Perhaps we can leave the poetry recital till later. But, of course, we are for the Emperor. Shout encouragement. Will old wolf give young a lesson in battle? Ulfar gives Hellbrant a patronizing look. The battle beast I'll share with you, young brother, that you may fully savor the mead of my prowess. Remember this taste well, for in it lies triumph's sweetness and the bitterness of loss. To my elder bowing, the right of first blow yielding, but last for myself keeping, the foe shall die by Hellbrandt's hand.
Oh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
Wait, did another phase start? Oh my god, the dog just hit him. Dude, what is happening? The dog just, like, did so much damage.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I cast gun!
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Hey. Thank you. The heretic, lowering his gruesome weapon in exhaustion, but still standing, casts a desperate glance at Ulfar. The Vox speaker crackles. In the abode of the true gods, there is neither time nor prohibition. What is reflected there will endure forever. I was, and therefore I am eternal. Doom scream will resound in your ears. With glorious song the gnat buzz will drown out, and with sweetest meowed your traitor name will wash away. Tell the blood moon wolf you fell at noble Halbrand's hand. Hilda! Halbrand shoots a defiant look at Ulfar, who has blocked his path to the defeated monster. The young wolf raises his weapon, ready to defend his claim to prey. He just punched Halbrand in the face! Many lessons have to you, young wolf, been handed down, so let this be your last. Tread not upon your elders' prey. Ferociously declaiming the last line, Ulfar knocks Halbrand to the ground with a crushing blow to the head, sending him into a deep stupor. Oh, the baleful pack worthy was the hunt. Their name will thunder at the feast of victory. Doom scream I ripped out, leaving it to cry, a tongueless silent wail. Wolf's howl has flown above Hull's arches soaring. Ulfar falls silent and gives you a pensive look. I'm pretty sure he wants me to inflate his ego. I think he wants this. But I want to see what happens if I say this. In memory over graves of brothers worthy. In memory over graves of brothers worthy. Ulfar raises his grief-fogged gaze to you. Arnulf and Skjaldi would have liked that ending. Okay, so he's okay with that. That's the two that were that are dead on the ground. Fine hunting, Eight Veter. The prey and the verses have me well pleased. Has your pack's honor been upheld? Ulfar walks over to the Hellbrute, whose limbs are convulsing in vain attempts to raise his weapon. The wolf draws a knife covered in red runes and smiles at you. The name of the baleful howl was not tarnished in this battle. Wearing the same blissful smile, Ulfar casually grabs the visor of the heretic's helm and begins to wield the blade with the efficiency of a butcher. They just animated him punching it. The dying enemy rasps and gurgles, choking on blood as severed tendons snap and sawed bones crack under the Fenrisian steel. The Hellbrute's legs buckle, but he somehow remains upright, as if out of sheer arrogance. The heretic lives long enough to fully partake of the agony, and when Ulfar finishes, he is clutching the bloody horn that protruded from the Chaos Worshipper's head. Ulfar swiftly carves a protective rune into it and proudly proclaims, a glorious trophy. What shall we do with your brother? Noble Hellbrand, it would be unwise for you to come with us, I think. It will be some time before you are well, and I do not want to have to answer to the Allfather should you die. Let no one say a worthy warrior met his foolish end because of Ulfar. My heart is raring to fight, brother Ulfar, but my legs are in no hurry to carry me toward the enemy. I will join the fray when I can stand, if you would be kind enough to leave a few heretics for my blade. So he's just on the ground, like, yeah, leave me something to shoot, I'll be there in a minute. Wolf Tooth Necklace. The wearer gains 15 weapon skill and ballistic skill when they have 85% health or more. Hellbrute Horn Trophy. The wielder gains Relentless Rage. The ability reduces the wielder's current armor and deflection by half till the end of combat. However, their critical damage is increased by 2 times reduced armor %, and their melee attack damage increased by 2 times reduced deflection until end of combat. This ability can be used once per round. All effects stack. All effects stack. So every turn, you can reduce your armor and increase your damage further. Okay. Alright, so this is
your jests about
clearly
fair
gear for
fleas
him.
and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
Don't know if how much I'm going to use that, but we'll see. Are those two from the furry chapter? The Space Wolves, I think. The furry chapter. I don't know if chapter's the right word, because they're in like different groups, but they both appear to be wolves.
I am the rogue thread.
Stardy Stormbolter. Is that an upgrade? Adeptus is... Wait, what? Oh, I've got the wrong character selected, that's why. He's using 25 to 35. Okay, no, his current one is better. Lore Imperium.
My pleasure.
The anvil covered with the inscriptions and symbols of chaos is designed for the work of one person, a forge master capable of creating sorcerous components used in complex machines.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Okay. Alright, so then we've got this place back here with all the purple smoke. And there was some, like, Space Marines and stuff back there. Alright, that's a dead end. Alright. I'm probably gonna take a bunch of damage running through the purple smoke here, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, another annoyance.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
For the throne.
Alright, regen for everyone. Forewarning for everyone. Warp curse there, so it starts bouncing around.
If I may, isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being
that didn't hit
ordered
those.
around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So, corpse play.
Please don't kill Nox.
So shall be.
Okay, it didn't.
Wolves red my hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. None
Let's
can
try
do
it.
this
I'm gonna
better
use
than
the horn
you
trophy and dump his
your
armor for
father.
damage. It's very funny to listen to you read all this. Hey, if you're having fun, that's the point.
Me, as honor ordains. The shadows will see it done. I bring mercy in retribution. As the tenants demand. Trust me. I shall not fail.
Okay, so time to buff up everybody.
Naturally. Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Alright, that's all the buffs.
Let's see. I won't sully myself with that.
Ugh, he's so low.
Alright,
taunt all of those.
A wicked thought.
Oh my gosh, he's so low.
Schemes
Stand by.
within schemes.
Okay.
My. It's time for them to run, my
Medicaid
sweet.
Skull. Finest
I hope
hour on
all the
Ulfar.
cards-
I challenge you, damn
That
get.
was 95%. Alright, that one's dead. Alright, we've got another spot where it says 95% chance to hit, but he's missing every shot.
Cops play.
You can't hit that either, okay. I mean, we're finding a lot of these bug spots today.
Tell me, and it is done.
Face claims another one. A maelstrom of madness.
Am I?
Oh, now she can attack twice in a round. Oh, you know what? I think earlier when she couldn't attack twice in a round, I think maybe she didn't have the warp speed buff. Maybe that was what pushed her over.
I try to die with grace, at least. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
What if? A genius at work.
Hunt, brothers, take heed. By claw and thigh, the foe will be torn asunder. Wolves raid, I will carve runes out of your bones.
Oh my god, dude, he just shredded 2 Space Marines and that other guy.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Yeah, I don't know how fragile he is right now because I've used the Hell Brute trophy 3 times, but his damage is pretty severe at the moment.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Let's see. I've completed the sacred rite of sim transference and activated the machine spirit of my new phone so I can go over some lore. That big fleshy guy you fought before is Hellbrute. They are Chaos Dreadnoughts. I know about Dreadnoughts, who have been in the warp for long enough their actual metal has been possessed and corrupted. And 17th Legion are Word Bearers. The face Chaos Space Marine Legion. Their thing is fomenting dissent and starting new Chaos cults. Carnival of Misery. Lots of dots on everybody.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me, aim for the heart next time.
Alright, she killed 2.
Let's see to it. Let's see. I am powerless to act. Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
You've got a never fight fair.
She got that one.
Step aside. The navigator is
I
coming.
think that's the last one. Oh, gotta level up from that. Okay, let's get all the loot.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Hello there, good evening. What's up, X4?
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Cargo.
A job for me.
Flame. Adeptus Astartes flame weapon. Huh.
Whose innards need take leave of their gut.
Never really tried a flame weapon on him before.
What lies beyond?
Does the
I cannot be leashed.
does his arch militant stuff work with that? Single shot melee, single target or burst, area melee, area ranged or ranged burst. And this has stream and spray. I have to try it out in battle and see if it builds stacks of the arch militant thing. I don't know if it does.
Emperor, deliver us!
Now we've all got injuries again. All right. Exemplar. Choose an exemplar talent. Assault. Extermination, I like. I'll take that. As far as I know, the ones that cover Arch Milton is Aerial Flamer is melee single target burst fire. Don't know if there's more. So, the thing... Ah, shoot. My peanut butter and jelly sandwich just leaked. No. With the bolter, I can do a single shot attack, and then I can do, like, the spray attack, and I can just keep swapping between the different firing modes of the same gun. With the flamer, there's different firing modes, but I don't know if they will trigger the buffs. Is there mayo? On my PB&J? No. But I leaked some jelly. Okay. What do we got? Mob justice, sure, why not? Disastrous collision. I mean, he does kick people sometimes. +5 all stats. What's that? Unbreakable Will. Gain a bonus to all resists equal to 30, which is 5 times deflection. Oh, sure, we'll take that. Point blank. Sure. All right, Heinrichs. Extermination. Psychic Barrage. Yeah, I will say the... What is this thing called? Hold on. The staff that he has. I've kind of been unimpressed by it. I think I'm gonna go back to that one. The book on a stick, yeah. Okay. Cassia. Alright, she already has extermination. What would be helpful? The only good thing about it is it scales with resolve infinitely. No? Hang on. Pretty sure that's not what it said. I'm gonna double check. The wielder of the staff gains the Emperor's Wrath ability. The ability is also available in its heroic act. Let's see, Emperor's Wrath. Everyone adjacent to the target suffers damage equal to 1 plus psi rating times Psyker Staff power. The damage dealt by this attack is reduced by the target's resolve. There is no mention of the damage of this weapon scaling with your resolve. It just says it's reduced by the enemy's resolve. Unless it's just not written.
Do you require an audience?
They nerfed it? That means all the advice you've given me on that weapon. Terrible. Let's see. Warhammer, what heresy is this month? What's up, Zulus? I've played lots of Warhammer games. Know it all, I guess. That's fine. Sure. Kind of grasping at straws at this point. Alright, Jay. Extermination's fine. That, I guess. Alright, last one. Kibellah. What do we got? Already got know-it-all on her. Does she have that one for resistance? Oh, +0. Doesn't scale well with her. Okay. Shot through, sure. That's fine. Feel no pain. Sure. Okay. Check the Sanctified Staff as well, see if they nerf that one. The Sanctified Staff. Isn't that the one that we looked at? No. Don't see anything here about it scaling with your resolve. I see damage is reduced by enemies' resolve. That's the only mention of resolve that I see on here. See Zatato, who's a good boy. I'm the Emperor's best boy. Alright, to the drill. Then they nerfed it recently? I'll rip out your liver and give it to the wind spirits to eat. I like how neither of them are dodging. They just keep shooting each other. Oh, that seemed to go well. We're just standing here awkwardly. Like, should we interrupt? We have a lot of injuries. Some of them might get cured by Medicaid signal during the fight. I remember this fight. I think there's a Lord of Change involved in this one. There's something I want to check, though.
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance.
Yo, my dogmatic is above max.
Blossoms. Oh,
557 over 500. We have max dogmatic. I have heard that if you're max heretical here in this fight, you can convince the boss to join you. You can say, no, you're not the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. You're gonna work under me. And he'll be like, oh shoot, you are the bad guy. My victory was predestined, for you were outnumbered. You are a handful of tools who worship a dead fallacy. I have the great four on my side. May they revel in the blood that spills from the vein of heathens. Seems like a dangerous workstation. You just like shove them in there. Oh, the drill's moving. We're on the top of the drill. I just noticed the rock at the edges of the screen. Urlon burns you with a baleful gaze. Did you think that saying empty prayers to a withered husk could disrupt the course of my magic? For this sacrilege, you will be purged harshly. Oh, that's because I did the prayer earlier that stopped all his magic. You are late, Mukluk. Your allies have fallen. Perhaps it's time to admit your defeat. If you do, I promise. No, I won't promise you anything. Whatever you choose, you will die a slow and excruciating death. Look at the fallen space wolves. The wounds left by Urlon's blows are dire, but the Emperor's angels are known for their hardiness. You've arrived just in time to stop the profane sorcerer from finishing them off. The Emperor protects. Death to the heretics. A sacrifice for the faithful.
Glorious spectacle of your
Deal with the enemies in the drill shaft. Prepare for battle. Okay. Visibility is a bit awkward here. Want to make sure Echo can reach all of them, hopefully. Yes.
I won't object to it.
Alright, there's regen and forewarning on everybody.
I'm not
Curse on him
accustomed
so
to
it starts
being
moving
ordered
around. Stronghold
Isn't this a job for the
stratagem.
serfs?
Pull them together.
Me?
Yep.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, Ulfar, no! I want Ulfar to cast gun. Ow, lightning. Dang it, Ulfar is down on turn 1 again.
The shadows will see it done. Not die in dishonor. As honor ordains, I shall not fail. I will leave footprints of scarlet.
That did some damage.
Trust me. The shadows will see it done.
Wow. He took multiple attacks of opportunity with the way he moved around there. Oh, that's gonna screw up where everyone's standing.
Looks like a
Jay is
little
almost dead.
augmentations.
She got kicked. It's a good thing I've got Jay with a sword in her offhand. Okay. Exalted Bloodletter, Corrupted Tech Priest. Where's Earl on? He's way back there. Okay. Alright.
A wicked thought.
Alright, taunted 3 of them.
Let's see. Schemes within schemes. A genius at work. What? No.
Stalwart defense. Alright, Heinrich's turn.
Focus.
Alright, so this will not hit Cass or the unconscious Ulfar. Alright, Iron Arm.
Naturally.
AoE heal.
Let's see.
Resolve. Warp speed. Wait, did he get warp speed? Okay, he did. Just it didn't show it, the graphic.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Alright, that's every buff for everyone except Cass and Ulfar. Could also do his app.
I need a foothold.
Stop hitting me, Ashmak. I know what I'm doing.
Alright.
Usually.
I didn't tell her to shoot there, she just chose to do that. He's like, you know what, muck that guy. Dang it, I really wish Ulfar was not unconscious right now.
Tell me.
Alright,
and
give
it is
Kibellah
done.
another turn.
As honor ordains. As the tenets demand. Trust me. I shall not.
Death without regret.
There we go, blood everywhere.
No. The shadows will see it
Oh wow. Didn't expect her to pop that one so
as
good.
honor ordains.
Alright, so their bad tech priest is down. Alright, Muck has a turn. Jay's turn.
Don't get cocky.
Hello good sir, hope all is well.
Hello!
Back to my corner smile.
Thank you, Bionic. Appreciate you. Let's put the curse on Voidveer.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Finest hour. I guess on Heinrichs.
Paint your death in colors.
Resolve.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Oh god, that does so much damage. That more damage than that Emperor's Staff that we were using earlier. And it's healing party members. Although we just summoned a Daemonette.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Daemonette's down. The enemy just killed it by mistake when they were shooting through Jay's body.
That's right. I'm done with this one.
Right, who is it over here that's shooting me? It's that guy. Alright, her turn.
I am
Give
a
him another
navigator,
action.
not a servitor.
Oh, I need to do Mend to Reality as soon as I can.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Uralon's turn. I don't know what he did. Getting shot.
Or a mid-
Ow,
Now's not the
ow,
time
my
to
bird's
lie
dead.
around.
Explosion.
Down easy. Here we go.
The intricacies of mortality.
Jay is down. Servo skulls are down.
As the tenants demand.
Alright. Full
Trust
buffs. Alright, he's half health.
The shadows will see it done.
I think Ulfar might have gotten up and then kneeled down again. I didn't see. Alright. Taunted those three.
A wicked thought.
Tech Priest is pretty squishy.
Let unpredictable
He's down.
fall. Even I won't do that. A wicked thought. Let's see. I won't sully
Oh,
myself.
that was so
with
lame.
That.
That did not work out.
A wicked thought.
Okay. Ulfar, you woke up! Welcome to the party. I forgot he's got a freaking flamethrower in his hand. Swap to that.
So shall it be. We have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Kick him down.
For battle.
He dodged the kick.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father!
Your
Reactivate burp.
Get over. Let's see to it.
Drain the Bloodthirster. Forewarning on Ulfar, because I don't think he has any buffs. Jay's turn.
I can do that.
Give it to
with the
Ulfar.
right incentive.
He dodged that one.
So it shall be.
Never cross a Kibellah. You jest, surely.
Okay, her turn. Give him another turn.
See how the wolf succeeds.
I mean, flamethrower's fun. I don't know if it's better than what he was doing
So it shall
before.
be.
Oh, Kunrag just went, like, prone. Okay, so he's out of the fight, I think.
If I may, another foe painted black.
Alright, that guy's down.
Do not dare ask. Me?
Oh, mend the
If you
warp.
insist, Lord Captain.
Mend reality.
Strike me again and see what happens.
Hey, Mugshot, I got us. Wow, we just got some really good parries on Erlon. A lot of damage there.
Behold the wrath of battle.
My luck finally run out.
Another piece of advice is Outcat nerf this too. Abilities that modify or buff attacks, like Rapid Fire, for example, stay active until you use an attack. So if you have nothing to spend your last AP on, you can activate the buff for the next turn. That I didn't know. That I didn't know.
I shall not fail, as honor ordains. An offering of blood.
Alright, make sure both of these are taunted.
Ski. Ah, another one is shattered. Let's see. A genius at work.
Alright, one blue horror down.
Let's see.
Okay. Finest hour on Ulfar.
I'd like to,
Wait,
but
what?
I can't. Downright legend.
That was weird. It said you don't have enough momentum, and then it's like, ah, okay, fine. And then it worked.
My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Go kick him in the face.
Me? Never in 1,000 sectors. You jest, surely. This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
My hand is thunder.
Wildfire, rapid fire.
I in disgrace. Corpse play.
Okay. Now, I would still like to get... Let's see. Wait, does Jay have buffs? Wait, I don't even know how Jay's up. I remember she went unconscious at one point, and she's currently on her feet. I don't even know when that happened.
Get me a target.
Alright, put regeneration on her. Since she's barely freaking alive
I
right
won't
now.
object to it. For the
When you
throne's
life
glory.
sealed the bloodletter, it healed her. I didn't know that the lifesteal heal could get people up from unconsciousness. I didn't think there was anything that could get people up from unconsciousness. Today I learned, I guess. Does he have a warp curse on him? If not, I want one.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let's see.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, he actually knocked me down. Oh, but then dude, I stood up and parried him and then ended the fight. Urlon staggers back from the blow. Your strikes have crumpled his blood-red armor and his face bears a grimace of pain. He turns his mad eyes to Voigtavir, who is thrashing in his own blood. Brother Twilight, the hour that was promised to you has come. The Edge of Daybreak grants you the honor of serving as his weapon. Be awed by your high destiny. Voigtavir's turquoise eyes widen with understanding mixed with terror. What? Now? But I'm not ready. It's not what you promised. You said I would reign. Something be enough to change the ways of my master. Urlon draws a blade shard shimmering with unnatural light. Ways change, Brother Twilight, and nothing lasts in our Lord's hand. But you will reign indeed as a vessel for your master. The blade cuts Voigtavir's coat and chest open, sinking deep into his flesh and finding its way to his heart. The glyphs carved into his skin by his ruthless mentor begin to glow so bright that you can see them clearly through his clothes. Laugh. Poor Coonrad. Theodore despised you, and your new master butchered you like a grox. I hate you. It takes Voigtavir a colossal effort to force these final hateful words through his sliced windpipe. Woo! A Lord of Change. I've seen these in 3 games now. They're in Total War Warhammer 3. They are in Space Marine 2, but the one in Space Marine 2 is like the size of a building. And then this one. The pernicious warp energies seep into his body, causing it to glow and flicker. With a mad cry of pain and exhaltation, Coonrad Voigtavir ceases to exist and a mighty winged figure rises from his bloody remains. Edge of Daybreak, I witness you. Urlon musters enough strength for a faint, vengeful smile. Enter the forlorn halls of reality and claim them. I give all that I have in your name. Hail the truth. His giant body goes limp, his face forever retaining a wicked expression of triumph.
I was born for a greater fate.
My imprisonment ends. I am made manifest. Rejoice, mortal witnesses, for I have come to lord over you. The daemon lets out a hoarse, cawing laugh. I told you that you would welcome my return to reality. Heinrich's face twists for a moment. He clutches at his chest as if he is having a heart attack. But a moment later, he straightens and glares at the daemon with grim determination. For the Emperor and humanity, I will cast you back to your unholy warp. You cannot fathom how pathetic and foolish your threats sound, fleeting creature. I am an eternal mystery, while you are an evanescent spark. Fade away. Yeah, but I got bullets. Alright, so big question. Do we have our buff still? Yes, we do. So this is still part of the same combat. Dude, where did it put everybody? Oh my god. Alright. So...
I am your blade and shield, as the tenets demand. The shadows will see it done. Come, the other side awaits.
Alright, that killed one of the pink ones. It made some blue horror. No, that killed the 2 pink ones. It made blue horrors. This guy parried it, though.
Trust me. Killing brings me no pleasure. As honor ordains, come, the other side awaits.
Alright, what's the deal with the shield? Deceptive Shield. Becomes immune to all damage. One of the demons on the battlefield ensures this immunity. When Edge of Daybreak would suffer damage, the demon which possesses the source of the shield will reveal itself instead. Okay, I guess I haven't seen it yet.
Trust me, death is a blessing. I shall kill it. Brings me no pleasure. This goes against the tenets. Come, the other side awaits.
Okay, now rewind and redo everything you just did.
See it done.
There's so much blood over here.
My blade whispers your name.
Alright. So I guess that one there is the guy. Alright, Muck's turn. Where is he? He's over here.
Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
Wait, what is going on? Oh my god, that is crazy. Okay, so when the dog attack that we normally use is called apprehend, and if the enemy tries to run away from the dog while it's apprehended, it will trigger another attack. And so what just happened there is this enemy has a passive or something where he runs away after getting hit, and he triggered apprehend 3 times. So he just kept getting hit.
A wicked thought. Let's see. I'm powerless to act.
Alright, Heinrichs.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Your turn.
I don't remember what buffs, if any, Ulfar has. He has like none because of when he went unconscious.
Naturally.
Alright, regen and forewarning, those are the most important two. Ulfar. I do believe you are no longer invulnerable, sir. Gun. What? They all missed? Excuse you? Ulfar, you disappoint me.
So it shall be.
Watch my back. 2 are better than 1.
What? Oh, I guess she's not close enough to it.
Can do this better than a war.
Why are you missing everything?
See, the wolf succeeds. So shall it be.
I'd like to, but I can't. How about no? Euphrates II. Remember the name.
You were marked for demise.
Days. Trust me, as honor ordains. The shadow killing brings me no pleasure.
Alright, those 2 are dead.
A predictable.
Oh, she actually damaged it.
As the tenets demand.
A wicked thought. Let's see.
Dog, attack God.
A wicked thought.
Harry.
Schemes
That should have attacked that blue horror as well.
Let's see.
Stand by. Alright, Heinrich's turn.
I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. The Emperor is on our side.
You can finish that one off. Alright, one enemy remaining, the big boy himself.
Naturally.
Alright. Let's get closer, because of what happened earlier.
I challenge you, damn game.
There we go.
Come play. None. Become the All-Father's worthy instrument. Hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. So feel the icy bite of death.
You jest, sure.
Where's the servo skulls? There they are.
I'd like
That's
to,
so weird. I
but
can't do any of the...
A moving target lives longer.
I can't do any signals with it. Provocation signal, Medicaid signal. It's not letting me do anything with it. I think it's like bugged out because of the way the fight went or something.
Tell me. Never cross a Kibellah.
Emperor, give me strength.
Mend reality. She can't really reach any of the major players right now. I want her to curse him, but she's got to get closer. Wait, she just got another turn? Okay.
Battlefields are always
I'll take
drowned
it.
in scarlet. I'm not accustomed.
Alright, looks
to
like
being
reality
ordered
can't be
around.
mended past that point.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If only that were possible.
Okay, he's got the shield again.
Is that all you want?
Pain soothes my soul.
Death comes in silence. I shall not fail. As honor ordains, the shadows will let thy blade be drenched in
Alright, so she
blood,
just killed
and thy
4
blessing
pink
flow
horrors,
through
which
my
turned into
veins.
8 blue horrors.
Trust me. One foe or 100, I will kill them
4 dead.
all.
4 dead. Alright, so she's killed 12 things this turn.
I shall not fail. Trust caught by the web, as the tenets demand.
That thing's dead.
Trust
Whatever that
me.
is.
Come, the other side.
Those are dead.
awaits.
The shield's down. One of those was the shield
I
one.
bring mercy and retribution.
A genius.
Charge. It's parried.
A wicked thought.
Dog. A little bit of damage.
What if?
Hit. Parried. Alright. Taunt. And
A
standby.
wicked thought.
I need a foothold. For the throne's glory.
193. Where's his bird?
Go on, beast.
Start bringing the burb up here.
Let's see to it.
Oh, Perils of the Warp. That's not good.
I don't like that. See
Wildfire.
how the wolf succeeds.
This... Oh, I gotta be careful. This could hit Kibellah.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Okay, that's safer.
So feel the icy bite of death. Come
Alright, Jay's turn. She still can't do... Also, the skull's not serving as cover. It's not count... Alright, so none... Like, the skull's alive, but it's bugged out. It's got a chip that makes it count as cover. It's not doing that. I can't send Medicaid signal to it. It's like, as far as the rules of the game are concerned, it thinks it's dead.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Mend reality.
Not a servitor.
Alright, warp curse on it so he takes more damage.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Can do this better than a war.
What does the green button do that has the white IV on it? Next time we get around to that character, I'll check. We just blocked getting stepped on by that guy.
Let your soul be purged.
Did he summon anything this time? No, he did not.
A dance of blades and shadows. I shall not fail, as honor ordains.
Ooh! That was a big
The
hit.
shadows will see it done. As caught by the web.
That's the one where a target can for one turn ignore armor. Usable once per combat. It's like I could throw that on Ulfar right now and he'd hit harder on his next turn. Which at this point we've softened him up enough, that might be enough to finish him.
A wicked thought. Let's see.
375.
A genius at work. A wicked thought.
Everyone, step aside. I won't object to it. Naturally.
Oh, people are in the way.
Our foes reek of cowardice. Give this task to someone lesser.
There we go. Alright, GG! Heretical Zealot Bolter, Inherent Blasphemy. And Heretical Votary, Erlon's Accursed Crozius. It's that weird bonky stick that he's got. On a successful hit with the Crozius, all of the wielder's allies gain +5 to damage against the target for 1 round. After the wielder deals damage to this Crozius, each of the wielder's allies performs an attack of opportunity against the target.
Oh, one step at a time.
Report completion.
Amidst the madness.
Astartes Bolter. I guess one of the Astartes died. Or, no, actually, wait, no, there were bad Astartes here. I probably looted it from one of them. Okay. Cool. And the drill's still going. So, I'm pretty sure when I hit one of these, it's going to start a lot of talking. And it is about the time we usually have to wrap it up. So I am going to save it here after our victory, and we will pick it back up from this point next time. All right, friends. That is it for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I hope you guys had fun. A few plugs on the way out if you guys are new to my channel. My name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream. We're working on Hogwarts Legacy for that time slot. And I'll be back tomorrow morning continuing our Rogue Trader playthrough for those interested in that. As always, please hit that follow button if you're here on Twitch. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels if you want to see all the videos I make. And lastly, a special thank you to our dear patrons. They keep this channel alive. Could not do this without them. And there's a link to that in the chat if you're interested. You guys have a fantastic fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe. I am going to raid someone on the Twitch side of things just to support another streamer. So if you want to watch more Twitch, I'm going to send you guys over to Fandral right now, who's doing some Guild Wars 2. And like I said, I'll be back later this evening if you wish to join me then. See ya!